This is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Hello and welcome out to this week's episode of the Gamers Council. Feels so good to be in the Xbox community.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Shout out to you, Sanchez. I like what he's using. He's got Sarah out there and Phil. Let's go.
Exactly. We right before we get to everybody, we had some gifted memberships right before the show even started.
Yeah,
from our good friend Lord Star Killer. He gifted 5 memberships. We'll throw that up there. And it was to BT Maverick, Sanchez Gaming, Stargazer, Stanley Francos. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. And Bert Bell were the recipients of those. I'm old and blind. Welcome to the party. Oh my goodness. Woo! Oh man, we are very blessed. We have a few more people that might be dropping in here a little later too. Just so you know, welcome one and all. But we have the one and only Fuzzy Belvedere. Fuzzy, buddy, what is going on, man? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here with you guys, man. This is a great time to be a gamer. Just after the showcase and everything, the energy is different on social media, and I kind of like it right like that. So yeah, we got some stuff to get into. Oh man, awesome time for the remainder of this year, going into next year, going into the year after that. So yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you for having me.
Oh, dude, it's absolutely our pleasure. I love your intake, your insight, and you're on a lot of shows and a lot of great shows. So we really appreciate you being here tonight. And of course, we'll get into all that here in a little bit as well, too. Tell everybody where you're at. Plus, we're going to have all the links to everybody's information in the description below. And then, well, the man who absolutely needs no introduction. He's what we would call the fifth Beatle, the man that we rely on, go to, and literally has helped us grow this channel, and that's K Asante. K, buddy, welcome, sir.
Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope y'all are doing better than I have been doing.
Yeah. I think we are.
That's good. I'm happy about that. No, as Fuzzy and you guys were saying, the energy is different out there in them streets, and it's an interesting place to be right now. I'm just like looking at the clock right now, counting down to the next helping of FUD. Hopefully, it's a little further away. We shall see. You know.
Yeah. That's like I said in the thumbnail. I mean, we have obviously we just had the events that just happened, the showcase that just happened recently. And then coming up, there's Gamescom. There's the Tokyo Game Show. There is the
PAX West.
Award show, PAX West. Dude, there's definitely some more opportunities. And we know from a lot of, we'll call them insiders, Paris. Oh, sorry. That there's more coming, because that's what he said. He's no insider, but he's very knowledgeable. Just saying. Oh goodness, RHETRI, buddy, welcome, man. What's up?
Well, it's been a weekend, man. This sun is killing me out in South Carolina, or South Kakalaki as we call it here. It was like 103 degrees yesterday, and not as bad today, but Florida still that is we're like representing Florida over here. Humidity is high, and I was out in the sun barbecuing and stuff, and it zapped my energy. But But we're here, man. We're here to talk games. I want to continue. It's only been a week, right, since the Xbox showcase. So I don't feel like letting it go, man. Like, let it go. Let it go when I say no. Like, I want to keep talking about what we saw last week because on it, and I haven't heard like from Kay. They haven't been on the show, and Fuzzy. So I'd like to obviously, delve into that before we go too far into the future of what's happening on these other game shows in August and September, October, and all that jazz. But it's just, man, it's a great time to be in the Xbox ecosystem. That's all I have to say. Like, things are looking up, real up. We tried to tell you that. We tried to tell you guys it was never really looking down. We knew what was coming down the pipeline. But to see it in the flesh, right? To see it in the production that Xbox and Tina Amini created is a whole nother thing, man. That was, to me, the best showcase they've done maybe ever. So, but I'm looking forward to talking about this shit tonight. Let's go.
All right, sounds good. So, what do you want to start us off with, buddy?
I think what we usually do. I want to start at least with the usual, just get things warmed up here as everyone starts piling in. Thank you for the 126 people that are watching right now. I'll start with you, Fuzzy. What games you've been playing and any movies and TV shows that have caught your interest as of late?
I haven't been watching too many movies, although me and my wife are going through our HorrorCon phase right now, as far as going to some of the conventions and things like that. I've been watching some stuff on Tubi that Wilmy had recommend and enjoying those, and just been kind of doing that stuff. But as far as gaming, I'm still going through my usual rotation. Although I've revisited the Division, because they now have it where if you had like a level 30 character, which I kept one intentionally like at level 30, you don't have to do the Warlords of New York to get that one leveled up. So going back to that, cool. Leveling up my fourth agent to level 40. So if people are interested in hopping into Division, it's free, I think, for like this weekend and everything. Definitely give it a try, give it another go. Still playing Undisputed on PC. Looking forward to when it comes to console, but still enjoying it on PC in the meantime. Played a little bit of Callisto Protocol. Can't believe that came to Game Pass. So it's like, I know. It's like all the things that I was like, well, I want to buy this, but there's another game out, and it's like, hey, now it's in Game Pass, and now I can get the discount later before it leaves, kind of thing. So enjoying that. Still playing Forza Horizon 5. Like, they have like their seasonal stuff where each week you can get some new cars. So I'm almost at 800 unique cars. So that'll be another badge unlocked here soon. But just playing a little bit of everything. And back to Starfield as well, which, man, I'm loving these updates, and looking forward to Shattered Space, and then what Todd was saying sometime earlier about continued annual support. Yeah, that's exactly the stuff I wanted to hear.
That's what we wanted to hear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we know. I mean, he pretty much confessed that we're getting at least one more right after this. So. Yeah. That's good enough for me, man. Like, I know people would like it to last forever, but I guess we're gonna have to see if the audience and everyone jumps onto Shattered Space, or actually the next one, because we know Shattered Space so like hotcakes. So that I don't think I have to worry about that too much. But definitely good picks there, especially Callisto, man. I'm everything you were saying when you're talking about Callisto, I was like, yep, because I did the same thing where I kind of just waited on Callisto. I heard some kind of negative feedback a little bit on Callisto, so I kind of held off on that one. I was like, all right, I'll just wait, and then it landed in Game Pass, so I'm probably playing that tonight a little bit actually myself. But yeah, definitely some good picks there. What about you, Kay? Any gaming going on in your life? I know you haven't been feeling too good.
Yeah, no. I actually have been. So as you guys probably already know, I went to the showcase, came back. So when I went and I came back, from where I live and LA is 5 hours both ways. So that is good movie and or game time. Me and the X-Real glasses, we had a good time for about 5 hours there. So first movie, which I know some will come for me, but don't come for me. You got to watch it first. You will be surprised at how good it is. If you are a gamer and you love Titanfall, Atlas.
Okay.
on Netflix. Atlas.
Yes. No, I saw Atlas. Dude, I think it's really good. I was shocked.
It's damn good. I was shocked at
Dude,
how good it is. I mean,
yeah.
as a normal viewer, plot holes all over the place. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. But they literally stole Titanfall's storyline, is what they did there. And it's very good. And they do it to like excellent degrees. I really enjoyed it. Like so much so that I watched it, and then on the flight back, I said, shit, I'll watch it again. I watched it again on the flight back. It was very good. You know,
I'm glad you brought that up because I watched it, kind of forgot about it. But man, yeah, I think it was really a damn good movie. Like,
yes,
I was shocked. I was shocked. I'm like, this is gonna be bad. And I
wasn't
watched it. I'm
expecting
like,
it. You know,
this is pretty good.
It's really good. It's like if you took Titanfall 2 and you wanted to bring it to the masses, right? And you're not following the storyline because you're the protagonist in Titanfall 2 isn't particularly memorable or anything, but the story was really memorable. And they basically made him a her, you know, made him Jennifer Lopez. And you know, say what you will about her, but the girl got skills in certain ways.
I got a little worried. I'm not a J-Lo fan, so I was like, oh boy, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. But
it was good.
I gotta give her credit where credit's due. This is one of my favorite movies she's been in. So not that that's a high bar for me, but still, like I was shocked. I'm like, okay.
Credit where it's due. It's very good. It is very good, you know. So yes, specifically for the gamer crowd among us, which should be all of us, basically.
Should be everybody here.
It's on Netflix. It's called Atlas. Check it out. It's actually pretty damn good.
So I'm with you on that one, Kay.
Nice.
Let's see. As far as games, so going to the showcase, I played a lot more Fading Afternoon. I think I've spoken about that. I'm not sure I've spoken about that on your show before.
No.
It is like a three-person development team, 3 or 4 person development team. One main developer, an artist, and a music guy. Like the best way, and I won't go too far into it, but the best way I can describe it is if you throw flowers at Hellblade 2 for being a visual standout that sets a bar, you need to throw flowers at this game for being able to do what they do with a bad dudes like 2D, almost Nintendo-esque character. I have never ever had so many control options to any character ever in like I have in this game. And the elevator pitch is basically it's 2D side scroller Yakuza. That's literally what it is, right? Really? You start the game off, you're in jail. You have to.
Okay, were you streaming this recently or something? I feel like I saw you playing this on Twitter or something. Am I crazy?
I wasn't streaming it, but I've been talking. I talked to the dev. I've been trying to get people to play it because he's literally like singing into the void right now. Most people are not playing it. It's obviously platforms. Unfortunately, not on Xbox. Because one-man show, you know, it's on Steam and it's also just released on Switch, and I think it's at home on Switch really well. Like it's literally looks like Bad Dudes, if you guys remember that game, River City Rampage. You know that whole genre of NES, almost 8-bit style game. But man, oh man, like I could go on. Like there's so much depth to this little side scrolly thing. It's just mind boggling. The amazing Yakuza games that people know and love. I don't care how much you love Yakuza. It does not have as much of a control scheme as this does. At any point,
that's shocking.
It's so shockingly good. Like, you're regaining your territory. You at any point you're a Yakuza, so you walk around with a suit on and you have a shirt underneath and you're just walking around, right? And at any point you could take your suit off. And you can just hang it on your shoulder and you're walking down. Your hair is mussed. You could just take your comb out and comb your hair. And then you see your hair is real cool, right? You go to when you first get out of jail, they give you a hotel room and you go hang out in the hotel and you have to pay to be in the hotel. You wake up in the morning, you have nightmares, you wake up in the morning, you go to the bathroom, you shave. If you don't shave, 2, 3, 4 days, you start getting a beard like mine. First you get a 5 o'clock shadow, and then you eventually starts getting like mine, right? If you don't pay for the hotel and they kick you out, you sleep, you wake up in a park, literally in a park, sometimes it's raining on you.
That's funny, dude.
Almost any vehicle you see in the environment can be ridden
Ooh, I like
or
that.
driven, bikes, anything. When you start gang wars, because you have to start gang wars in order to
Gotta move up.
to get the territory. Exactly.
Yeah.
When you start that, now they come at you with guns and knives and bottles. You can catch the bottles, throw it back at them. You can you can wrestle. You can jujitsu. You can
Damn, a lot of mechanics in this game.
It's crazy, bro. In a single move, you can take a dude's weapon, their gun, and then shoot, and then you're like John Wick style shooting everybody. It's 2D, but it is epic. If you take control of a territory, that one of those territories has a casino. You can go sit down and basically have a whole casino session playing blackjack, doing this, it's wild. It's called Fading Afternoon.
Fading Afternoon. I'm writing this one down, dude.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah, but can you
I want
fish in
more
it?
people to play it.
Yeah, but can you fish in
Yes.
it?
Yes, you can, sir.
Oh my
you
god,
can
they
fish
thought
in
of
it.
literally everything.
You can fish in it. Yes.
There you go.
Eventually,
There you
when
go.
you have enough money, you can buy territory. You can buy your own home. You can buy a car. You can go fishing.
damn.
And it's just, and it's all 2D side scroll. I think it's like 33 megs the whole game. It's
Nice.
nuts. It's so good.
Yeah, I love to
So-
hear that.
Yeah, I put like 20 hours into that game so far. It is, I mean, unusually good. I love that game. So that, and the only one I'll mention next, because I know people will be interested, is the most recent game that I played, and I will check my Steam account real quick. Yes, Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yes. Now, a lot of folks go, well, why do you want to play on PC when you have an Xbox right there? Because right now, there's something called Next Fest from Steam, where you can play Flintlock, and it's like a 4-hour almost demo.
Wow.
Full game from the beginning. I put my thoughts on Twitter. You can check it out. I had
Yeah,
a
I did
kind of a
see
long
that.
screed there.
Yeah.
The next one I want to try on Steam, The Altars. You remember that because you also
Oh,
saw that
yeah.
on the Keeleys. I think you also saw
Yes.
that on the Xbox show.
The
I have the
sci-fi
demo
one
downloaded
with the circular
with the
housing,
multiple versions of you. I haven't
Yes.
played it yet, but the demo is literally downloaded right now. I'm gonna give that a shot as well.
I'm glad you
So those
said
are the
that.
games that I've been checking out. So if you happen to have yourself a handheld or any kind of Steam capable device, there are hundreds of demos to try right now.
Those
There
are
you
good
go.
games too, man. Well, I
Richard,
think
what
they're
about you,
going to be
buddy?
good games at least. For me, I've been playing Hypercharge, man. I just did like a review on our channel for that. I think it's really great. It's the price point is right where it needs to be. I think $30. It's just a ton of fun, man. Like sitting out there, basically you're a GI Joe, or you can make your character look like a lot of different things. Actually, it's really good. It's a solid shooter. Surprisingly, really good mechanics in the game. There's a lot of great upgrades, but playing with people, I think it's where it's at. We did a lot of community game nights within Hypercharge, and just playing against each other is really fun. The levels are great. Like I absolutely love. You get levels from like bathrooms to kitchens to the garage to some outdoor levels as well. So the level designs in that game are really impressive, and it's definitely like kind of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with guns. And it's just a blast, man. I highly recommend it. It's only $30. It's made by like 5 or 6 guys from the UK. Definitely, support the devs, guys. This one deserves
I hope
it, in my opinion.
Hasbro reaches out to them one of these days.
Yeah.
And start throwing a bunch of IPs
There needs
at
to
them.
be.
I really
We
hope
did
that.
talk about that, like the licensing, things that could go on specifically with Hasbro. Like, man, it's a perfect fit. And I mean, Hasbro is putting over $1 billion into the gaming industry. They said themselves not too long ago. So Hasbro is here to stay. So I would love to see a crossover with them, so they can get some real like things that are recognizable in that game, just to boost their numbers. Yeah, even more, because I definitely think that team deserves it. I don't know what they are for sales right now on Xbox, but they were doing decent. They were doing pretty decent. Last time I checked, so shout out to them. What about you, Dave? What have you been playing, man?
I've been downloading a bunch of stuff. I played some more of the Hellblade 2. I played more of that. I still haven't got through it yet, but I'm getting there. Unfortunately, work real life sometimes gets in the way of all the gaming stuff. But I have a lot of stuff downloaded from Game Pass that I'm getting ready to dive into. And wow, this is, oh my God, so many good things, so many great things. And wow, what amazing audience we have already. We're just 20 minutes in, and we already have 222 people watching us either on X or on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. And I'll throw this out there. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, please do so. We are on the cusp of 3K.
We're so close.
So we're a little over 100 away from hitting the 3K on subscribers, and that would be nice to get that here pretty soon. So yeah, and we appreciate that, and of course hit the like button if you don't mind. But we do have a couple of super chats, Retri, I'd like to jump onto, and then while we're doing that, I'm also going to be bringing up a background video to play while we're talking more games. Yes, we have so much to talk about tonight. It's crazy.
Yes, we do.
Crazy. There you go. Tonight's topics, everything. All right, cool. We're on the kitchen sink out there. Here I am hitting the wrong button. All right, here we go.
Adidas20 with the $10 says, yes, happy Father's Day. Thank you for reminding me, Adidas. Happy Father's Day. I will catch the replay. He says, my daughter hitting my pockets on my day. LOL. Yeah. You know how it is. Happy Father's Day to you, brother. Appreciate you. And everyone out here who is a father. Happy Father's Day.
Yes. And welcome out to Mr. Boomstick in the chat. He just said subscribe to WebDave right now. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Buddy. We greatly appreciate that. Boom is the reason that most of us are in podcasting now.
Yep, facts.
I would say all of us owe a lot of gratitude to Mr. Boomstick XL and his lovely wife, Mrs. Boomstick. Yeah, because they are amazing people, and if you haven't caught their show, you are missing out big time. Let's get some more super chats.
Yes, sir. Sir X-Man with the $2 says, it's all about Mecha Break, baby. Let's go. Day one buy, he says. He really liked that Mecha game. Yeah, he was all about it. He was talking about that yesterday in our chat as well. With another $2, he says, just finished watching Season 3, Brighterton. Awesome, he says. It is fire. I have not seen that one, so I do not know. General Spartan became a member for 4 months. He says, I can't wait for Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom, Perfect Dark, Gears of War, and especially Fable. See, that's the thing. Like, you can't just choose one. There was so many damn good games shown at the showcase. You got to talk about a lot of them, right? You cannot. I'm never gonna make you guys just pick one. That's just too mean. Sir X-Men with the $2 says, one of these days, please bring me a Thundercats game. There you go. That's a good one right there, Sir X-Men. I definitely appreciate that. Us old school guys love the Thundercats. Let's go.
And Richard just gifted 5 memberships. If you want to name off who got it.
Yeah, sure. All right. So Talos just got one. Vinci got one. Hellblade Gaming got one. Good name. Jay Dunn got one. And Dusty Uno, my buddy, also got a membership. So congratulations, guys, on that. Welcome to the council. Let's go.
That's right. With that, you got all these cool emojis. Boomstick's favorite. We'll put that one in there. Banjo, yay! And but yeah, we got a whole bunch of them. I mean, ones that get messy too. Yeah. So I said I was going to pull up stuff in the background, and I didn't. I'm sitting there playing with buttons. Look, more emojis! Yay! I'm having fun. Sorry,
you get all the emojis.
I do. And we played this last week when the amazing Sean and Dark Griggity were on from TTS, but I gotta do it at least once more.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
I don't know why, dude. I'm easily entertained every time he goes. Hoo, 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 it cracks me up. And we play that a lot, and I laughed every time. It just kills me.
Love those guys. Great members of the community. That's the one thing. The last thing I'll say before we start getting into digging into the show deep is that this is an absolutely amazing community. And we're like I said, Hargeet said he's going to join us here in a little while. He's on his show with Fonz right now. Shout out to Fonz Gaming, an amazing show with him and Hargeet. If you haven't seen it, then definitely say stay here and watch us, but then watch the replay of them. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But if you're watching them live, come join us after. Yeah, there you go. Because Hargeet's going to join us here in a little bit, and then Kay and Hargeet, we're going to kind of hit them up to what it was like being there, in person, meeting all the other amazing members of the community, and of course, some of the great Sarah Bond and all those other people that were there that they actually got to rub shoulders with, as it were. Pause. Just kidding.
I'm jealous.
All right, so oh man, I'm excited that we got Fuzzy and Kay on tonight, man, because these guys both are absolutely awesome, and just love having you guys here. Thank you so much, RHETRI. I'm gonna let you take over as I stammer and ramble on like an idiot.
Sure.
Do we have a super chat? No, that was me doing the gift members.
No, I think we're good. I think you were going to play the background of the Xbox showcase though while that was going on. I mean, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going next, because I haven't been able to talk to Kay or Fuzzy about their thoughts on the showcase, and that's kind of where I'd like to go. Now, make sure you mute that shit, because we'll get demonetized. You know how that is. But Fuzzy,
you'd
obviously,
be done after
you
Fire
watch.
started,
We would be, we like right off the bat, like we're dead. Fuzzy, you were at home with the rest of us watching this. I want to know, what were your overall encompassing thoughts on the showcase? You could give me a number if you want. You could rate it if you want. I know, I did 10 out of 10. You don't have to go that high. It's fine.
No, I gave it 10 stars as well. I think the biggest conversation just before the showcase was what are they going to start it off with? And a lot of us kind of had an idea of what they would end it with. We're like, oh, it's definitely going to be Gear 6 or something like that. But a lot of us were like, well, maybe it's State of Decay 3 for the opener, or maybe it's, Perfect Dark. I think everyone in the community overlooked their new biggest first-party title.
I did too. And we talked about that with the other people. I'm like, why wasn't this obvious to the rest of us? And I think it's because we knew it was coming on the back end. It's a separate show, so I kind of thought in my head that they weren't going to show it twice. Right. But this is exactly what they should have done. What they did was exactly what they should have done. Go ahead.
And to have that opener with Prodigy in the background, They wanted to kick off the energy, and they set the bar from the jump that this is going to be an awesome showcase. The fact that they surprised people with Call of Duty right off the bat, and the way it showed, that was an awesome beginning. And then to follow up with Doom, which we kind of heard rumors about, but the way it looked, like having a skull-crushing gun shoot out bits of bone at your enemy, or having a shield that has a saw blade on it.
Oh,
that
I love the shield.
Throw it like a boomerang, it comes back, it cuts the enemies in half. Like that. Basically, they wanted to say, let's get these out of the way before we show what we really got, kind of thing. But that already started it off at a 10. So they went in with both guns blazing. It already started off the energy high. And then I think after that, what was it? State of Decay, I think, was the next one. So
yeah,
man.
Yep,
and we got to see gameplay. And yes, I know they didn't have the HUD and stuff. And I always look at it as, you don't have to see the HUD to recognize the gameplay, like the over-the-shoulder third-person perspective with the gunfire and stuff like that, or the one guy chopping the zombies with his hatchet or machete. That kind of showed us that whatever they did for the CGI is going to be the target of how the game looks, kind of thing. So they've stepped up their graphics. We're hearing in the background that they've worked with, Obsidian on the co-op aspect. So the tethering is not going to be the complaint that it once was, kind of deal. They were working with, parts of the coalition as far as getting their graphical stuff up to beyond expectations, basically. And I think as long as they keep the core of the game the same as what, State of Decay 2 was, I think we have an instant classic on our hands. It'll have the look that everybody kind of wanted out of the previous one. All the gameplay mechanics and everything, with the co-op not being as much of a tussle as far as getting your progression when you're in somebody else's game and stuff like that. So right off the rip, starting with those, and then, having a lot more of their first parties show up in a way. Like I wasn't expecting Fable. Like for the most part,
I wasn't either.
We saw a good chunk of Fable before, but it seems like it is a lot closer than maybe suspected. So that might be the earlier 2025 title, but having it there. And I know people tried to, badmouth the main character's look or something like that. Yeah. And I've always said, and I'm not a Fable player. I've never touched the other ones, but I've heard from others that, based on your decisions, your character could start to look a little evil or bad or whatever based on bad decisions. And you make good decisions, your character looks better. So there was a little bit of a difference in the character's appearance. but for the most part, it showed up just as good, if not better, than it did last time. So more of the combat.
Let me ask you a quick question about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but do you think, because a lot of people on the character specifically thought they legit just changed her. Do you think, and then I was like, is it just lighting? Like, is it just better lighting in a different situation? Or do you think they actually updated the character herself?
Honestly, from what I've heard of the previous games, I think it's just based on the decisions of that character model or that whoever's playing the game at that time. That's what the character potentially looks like when they make good or hero-like decisions. The other one might be the bad decisions where you're, causing trouble kind of thing. And because you can see the resemblance between the two. It's just that it's like one is like they woke up on the wrong side of the bed after a couple of drinks the night before kind of thing. And the other one is like, hey, they put the mask on the night before, they did the makeup and whatnot, and they're out there, in front of everybody kind of thing. So I think you could see the resemblance between the actual person playing as the voice actress and the characters in both sequences. It's just, I always thought that like this nitpicking of how the character looked was more of like, well, if the old game had it where you look like you can be a troll if you make all these bad decisions, maybe that's what they were showing. And then now they're showing what you'll more than likely look like if you play the hero in all of your choices kind of thing. So I don't think they really changed it. I just think it's one end of the spectrum kind of thing.
Right.
But, okay. Like that game showed so well. Like I said, State of Decay showed well. I have like the list up here, so I'm kind of cheating, but like,
no, you got to cheat. It was too many games. You got to cheat. Yeah.
Like we'll skip to Avowed real quick because something that got kind of overlooked was the third person's perspective. Like I saw it, but I was like, maybe that's the cutscene, or maybe that's after you, like when you get into a town and they, zoom back kind of thing. I thought it was maybe that, but it's something that I've kind of wanted from that. But I'll be honest with you, I like the option of having the choice between first and third, because I think when I'm doing that hand magic stuff, and I got like the neon around my hands and stuff before I cast a spell, I'll stay in first person. So that's what I kind of liked in like Ghostwire Tokyo. But like when I'm doing sword fights and stuff like that, I'll switch to third person, especially if I got like the gear that I've selected and all that, and I want to see how the character looks kind of thing. But I just love the fact that they kind of snuck that in, and then they went into more detail with the Xbox podcast. But I love the fact that maybe they listened a little as far as having that third person, and maybe we wouldn't have gotten it if a lot of people hadn't requested it. But I'm glad that they were able to get that in there. They tweaked the animations for the battles and things like that. So I think that game is probably a lot closer than people think as well. I mean, we're hearing November possibly. So
that was the leak that went out accidentally by them, which I've been saying November for a year. So I was like, it just fits. It feels right in November. So I think that leak was real personally. Yeah. We know they just went to Unreal Engine 5. Well, they probably did this a while ago, maybe, but that we know they're in 5.3. So not 5.4, not the latest and greatest, but there's a lot of improvements in Unreal Engine 5.3 that I think they're taking advantage of. So
and full disclosure to our audience, Fuzzy has a co-host on his show that he usually does around a little later on, which we're not doing tonight, who is Mr. is 3-Bit, and who's actually worked on Fable. So not that Fuzzy has any insight, or that Fuzzy has any kind of things that he would leak to us.
No, I won't get him in trouble.
Green rooms for Dave.
No, of course not. Of course not. But the point is that so Fuzzy's wise. Listen to
No, but that game definitely showed what Playground Games is capable of. And I know a lot of people probably had their doubts or second guessing. Oh, they make great racing games, but can they make an RPG? I think they answered. We'll see when we get it in hands, but I think what we've seen so far goes to show that they have the depth and the range, and they've done the additional hiring into that team to make it so they can, flesh this out the way people would want. And I think that game is going to show up a lot better than people may expect, not just from Playground, but just in general. And there was just so many games. Like I already said before the showcase, I was looking to the ongoing support stuff, which, yes, Flight Sim is a new game, but I kind of look at it as ongoing support. I'm into the stuff, I'm probably more just going to do still the fly from Philly to LA or from LA to Nevada or things like that. But I like that they've continued and they're raising the bar graphically on it a bit as well. Shattered Space was a huge one for me because I as much as I am a Forza player, I spent a lot of time, and I even considered not, playing Forza Motorsport day one.
I remember you talking about that.
Playing, what do you call it? Starfield. So having Starfield, Shattered Space, like the way it showed up, and it's kind of weird how they, I guess a lot of people are trying to figure out, well, what it's going to be. And the fact that they're going to have more about the House of Arun in there and things along those lines, plus all of the other updates. They now have the content or the creation mod thing for creators and stuff like that out there now. They now have the mod store in the game. They have a lot more updates, and they're still going to be working on more updates. And like we said earlier, they're going to probably do an additional, expansion like that. That's above and beyond what I expected out of Starfield.
Me too.
I'm so glad to hear it. And then I have to also touch on South of Midnight, which I like. Yeah. I really like when I saw it at, I think it was the Dev Direct earlier in the year and stuff, but we didn't really get to see the combat. We kind of knew it was going to be a boss battle type of thing. And we knew it was going to have more of like maybe a magic spell kind of combat or something like that. But the way they showed the combat, and you could tell it was actual like gameplay because they actually had a HUD to some extent in that combat. It definitely showed better than what I was expecting out of like the boss battles. And even though that wasn't like a major boss, that's probably going to be like one of the more common enemies that you'll come across in areas. But like the size of the alligator that was smashing through stuff, I think those are going to be the true boss battles. And I can't wait to see how that turns out. But the traversal, the being able to move through the world. And yes, I do like that stop motion look. And I know some people might not like the stop motion or whatever. Maybe they have a like turn it off type feature, but it just fits the aesthetic. It fits the overall, vision or graphical approach that they wanted to go with. And I like that they went in with the mannerisms and the sayings of the South and enrich the region that they're basing it off. Like a lot of that stuff just fits, and they've done their research and make it where it will feel like it's a true story. Well, not necessarily a true story, but a story from where they're representing and stuff. So I loved everything about the showcase. And I know as a worst case low point, and I wouldn't even consider a low point because I actually want to play the game, was the I think it's Winterboro. I actually look forward to that. The game I would say I look forward to the least was probably what was it, Frag Punk. But
really? Okay.
Without getting messy, I have to I have to say something. It's like I wonder how many people are more interested in Frag Punk than they are in Concord.
I knew you were going there. Yeah.
I put a poll out there. It seems like Frag Punk or neither are winning by a long mile. And the fact that it's going to be free to play and it already looks better than something that you're going to have to pay $40 for. Kind of feel sorry for the devs over at Firewalk or Fire, whatever it is. But best of luck to them. But even the third party stuff, like my highlight of third party, other than like Stalker 2, because that's a day one no matter what. Like I've been waiting for that for a while. What is it called? Expedition 33. Like even though I'm not a turn-based kind of person,
me and you are on the same level. That's my number one third party showing. Absolutely. Like, it looks beautiful.
It just looks stunning. And if it's going to be turn-based, but it's not like your traditional turn-based, it has almost like an action thing. So it's more of like it's a pause kind of thing. All right, you pick your combat, and I loved everything I saw about that thing. So looking forward to that. The fact that it's in Game Pass, the fact that it was like under the radar, nobody knew nothing about it.
I didn't hear. Did you? Any of you guys hear anything about Expedition 33 before they showed this? I heard nothing. No crickets, no insider BS, none of that, nothing. Like that's what I liked about. There was some like nice surprises during the showcase. So I was just wondering if I'm the only one who didn't hear nothing. There you go. Yeah, nothing. No crickets.
No leaks.
That's what we want, though. That's what we want, so we can get these surprises during the showcase itself.
Yeah, but that was an awesome showcase. And without giving out inside info, like I remember hearing beforehand that they had like 3.5 hours worth of stuff that they had to cut back, and
Yeah.
to even cut back what they did, just for the fact that they know that they're going to put stuff at whether it's the Gamescom, Tokyo Games Fest, or even the Game Awards later on in the year. Like, hands down, that was, without it being like a showcase of dreams. Like, these are things that are going to be in like 18 months for the most part.
Right.
So this was an awesome lineup, and I'm pretty sure there's still more that will fall in within those 18 months. Like, we didn't even see Concord. Like, I'm looking forward to that. Not that I need it right now, because I don't even know how I'm gonna play some of the games that they showed. But yeah, they didn't show Concord. They didn't show a handful of others, which now it's like you wind up having memory loss because wait, what was that other game? Oh, Everwild. Well, yeah, we can wait until 2026 to see that, because where are we going to fit it in at, type of thing. But yeah, what they showed was awesome lineup. No low points for me, because like I said, even the game that some people clown as far as that mouse game, I still want to play it. So yeah, they had hit after hit after hit, kept the attention the entire show, and then ended it with the same thing that they opened up with, which shocked me. Never saw it coming. Like, yeah, that was the way I hope they do it that way all the time. And I have to be honest, not that I'm a fake Xbox gamer. No, I suck at Gears. So keep that in mind. But the way that they ended it, the way that they ended it with having it be like a fan service tribute, with not even having to do the whole Mad World song throughout the entire deal, but to have that play in there and have like the most beloved characters shown in that trailer towards the end, that goes to show you that they've been listening to the fans as far as what they want, and not necessarily saying that the direction that they were heading with, maybe Gear 6 type of deal was maybe the wrong direction, but they could put that on pause and then give you a little bit more backstory. And they set it up in a way with, I know a lot of people were hoping for like a collection or whatever, which I figured that would probably be my best reintroduction to Gears kind of thing. I think this is probably a better way to go, because this will give you even more to the beginnings of the whole, story, the whole background as far as how everything went down. And then from there, you could either jump to the future again with, Gear 6, or you can continuously expand on some of the backstory that was more so like the lore that you didn't get to see in game kind of thing. So the way they did that, I say that's how you do fan service. Like, I really wish more devs with IPs that either they haven't visited in a while or that they've visited numerous times. I really wish I would see more of things like that, where it's like, all right, here's a prequel. Here's the stuff that's going to hit you in the feels and get you excited about this game. So kudos to Coalition. Kudos to them for ending the show with one more thing. The way they did it, total class.
Yes.
Like that's why it was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with pretty much everything you just said, Fuzzy. I think the cadence was on point. The production was, I think, their best production. Like, shout out to Tina and Meanie that I've ever seen.
Yes.
There was different like sound effects. Everything was just punchy. Like, everything was very over the top punchy. The stuff that a showcase, in my opinion, as someone who worked in TV for 19 years, that's exactly what it should be. I know we had King on last night. He thinks that Bethesda is actually the ones who are really kind of in charge of a lot of this show, because he just thought it was too good, that he thought maybe Bethesda and Xbox took a back seat to this. He might be onto something. I'm not sure. But K, you were there. So you got to see this like live with your own eyeballs. In your face.
I appreciate so much of what Fuzzy has said, because now I can rest my voice. What he said.
Right.
What he said.
Ditto.
I
Called a
concur.
ditto.
And I was gonna say Expedition 33, and then he said it. I'm like, good. The only thing I'll add in there, because most people haven't spoken about that one, mixtape. That threw me for a loop as well.
Yeah.
Threw me for a loop. I was in there, and then I saw it was the guys who made the
Artful Escape, baby.
I'm like,
yes.
Johnny Galvatron, you got me again, baby. Let's go.
That's what got me too. I didn't know it was them. Someone told me that. I was like, oh, that's the Artful Escape guys. Like, oh yeah. I was like, I'm in. Instantly, I'm in.
Absolutely. But no, 100% on all points. I agree. I have been a fair weather Call of Duty fan for some time. I play campaigns but even in the campaign space, I haven't been day one on those campaigns because I'll get to it eventually.
Right.
I've always been one that advocated since the stats always used to say, hey, the ones who play multiplayer, most of them don't even jump into the campaign, and the ones who play campaign, most of them don't jump into multiplayer. I've always been like, why don't you separate them? Give me a reduced cost and let me just play all the campaigns, and then let the twitchers, I call them the
Twitchers,
the multiplayer twitchers, let them deal with that side. So I've always just kind of like looked at it with second hand. I'll play it when I can. This game, the way they showed it off, like at the end of the showcase proper, people get up and they would get drinks of water and all this. No one left. We all sat down and watched the entire the Call of Duty Direct, and it went, as you guys saw, it went really, really deep on all the mechanics and all this thing. That game showed up in a big way, big way. It was awesome. Got me day one. I mean, you had me a Game Pass, but still, it was absolutely fantastic, right? I won't regurgitate what Fuzzy's excitement, because his excitement is our excitement. I'm telling you, it stands. What I will say is, like, it seemed to me, and I was talking about it on my show yesterday, it seems to me a little bit that it was such an abundance of riches that some of them that would have been previous years one more thing kind of just came and went, and it was like, okay, yeah, the next one.
Yep.
Like, I'm seeing people just kind of go, yeah, indie. I'm like, yeah, indie.
Exactly.
I think Indiana Jones. What are we talking about here? I'm seeing some people go, yeah, Doom was good, and then move on. I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, it's an abundance of riches. They literally, my take on it, I honestly think they've been spending a lot of time listening to what the community has been talking about. I say talking very, very generously, because it's more bitching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
all the backseat economists and the FUD peddlers, right? And everybody's been complaining. Why haven't they said anything? Why they should say something? Because they knew that y'all, and by y'all I mean all of us, are a bunch of man babies, a bunch of short-sighted, a bunch of shiny. All they got to show you is a cog, and you forget everything else. They showed you the gears, and it was over and done with. You know what I mean? Like, who's talking about? Where are they they're putting their games every? I don't give two craps. I personally didn't care if they were putting their games everywhere in day one.
Yeah,
that's just been me. That never been my thing. But even those who care are too busy going, did you see the running? Call of Duty's going to be amazing. This is why they didn't speak, because it's not necessary. Just let the game do the talking. I think this was the show they needed to have. They hit it on all cylinders. There's still more to come. Right? I was in the room. I talked with some wonderful folks whose names you all probably know. And when we were like, wow, you guys really put your foot down. Y'all threw the kitchen sink at it. And then the next statement was, there's more to come, baby. And they give you that evil smile. I'll be going to Gamescom this year. I'll be going to Gamescom.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I will. And I've always complained that Gamescom and all those other shows tend to be regurgitations of the big show.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case this year, man. Doesn't seem like you're going to get the same old trailers that you've seen before. It seems that they got more to put down, if you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, man, this show was amazing. The swag was real high. They walked in.
I heard the swag was great. Yeah. King was talking about that last night with the jackets and the popcorn and all this stuff, and I was like, damn, okay. Yeah, let's see it. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on now.
It was on display. Got the hats, got the jacket. They have patches on the side of the jacket where you can choose. And you can change these up.
Really?
You can put different. And I actually have. They give you an extra thing of patches. I have the Expedition 33 one and the Metal Gear one. They did a good job. They really did. They knew what they had. And they that's the reason why they were like, you know what, we're not letting these we're not gonna even speak on it. We're not gonna entertain any of these mouth breathers. We're gonna blow their wigs back with good content, and that's what they did, right? And by the way, quick aside, I'm seeing on the screen there, South of Midnight. Oh, South of Midnight!
Dude.
I am so excited. I am so excited for South of Midnight. It speaks. It look. They know they got something special with this thing. Everyone was blown away when they saw this thing, right? Blown away. I would say the highlights: South of Midnight, and I'm just thinking back to the room where people were just gasping when they were coming on
Let
screen.
us know.
South of Midnight, right? That really hit big. Doom. When that skull started getting crushed, people just lost it. Hilarious, you know. Shout out to Fonz Gaming. He was the voice of the people in there. He was like, "Damn, there's too many games." It was like, you know. Oh yeah, absolutely. This really showed up special. People weren't expecting it. Mixtape, like I said, showed up really special. And man, when they showed that last trailer, when Mad World started to play, I will confirm there was no dry eye in the house. Look, you think it's hyperbole? I am not. I'm telling you. So I had to sit back and go rewatch all of this from the screen when I came home, because you lose a lot when you're there. Like, I'll tell you that. When you're sitting back and you're with your popcorn and you're telling wifey and the kids to leave you alone and you're just watching it on your screen, you see it all, right? Where you are, there's just so much hype and circumstance when you're in the room that sometimes you miss the forest for the trees. I didn't even see the third person avowed footage until I came home and watched it again and went, hey. And then the Xbox podcast also shows you more, right? I mean, Gears, there's a video. I should put it on Twitter. There's a video that another content creator did, and he did such a great job, where he basically just like aggregated everyone's reaction.
Yeah,
I swear to you.
Yep.
I swear to you, I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man's man. I appreciate being a man. After that, I had tissues out. I was crying like a baby. I was crying.
Same here, buddy.
It was so emotional. Oh my God, it was so emotional. After this, I'm like, Microsoft, you cowards, why has you waited so long for this? You know what I mean? People are so emotionally invested, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. It brings me just so much joy to see people's happy reactions to this stuff. So yeah, man, honestly, like, you know, you see Fuzzy Belvedere. He's cool. He's calm. He's collected. You can't phase him. He barely raises his voice. This man's jumping out of his seat right now. That tells you what's going down. Come on now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm glad to hear that the audience themselves, I do think, like, we're showing South of Midnight right now. We were the same sitting home, like just the enjoyment and the surprise. I'm really going, oh my God, that original trailer is the game. Like, this is like, it's one for one. Like, I thought maybe it'll be a little bit different when the gameplay actually occurred, but that's it. This is the game, and it looks amazing. Like, this was one of my surprises. Like, I guess, like, we all were very intrigued. We liked the vibe of South of Midnight. We were all expecting it to be awesome, but I don't think we were expecting it to look like that during gameplay. And I think that's why so many people were surprised and were like, holy crap, this game could be it for this studio. We've been talking to them, like, they haven't got that breakout hit yet. I think South of Midnight is going to be that game. This is going to be that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I will also say, while it was in varying degrees depending on the game, almost every single trailer had some level of really tangible gameplay to look at.
Yeah.
Almost every trailer, whether it was a snippet that was very clear or it was a long drawn out scene. And I think that's probably based on the level of completion of the game or polish of the game. But they all had something for you to go, yo, that's gameplay right there, right? They took those lessons to heart. They weren't just, we'll give you a tone piece and hope for the best next time. Every single one had something for you to chew on as a gamer and be like, yep. And I've said it multiple times. I want to start like seeing shirts about it, and it says TMK Asante. We live in a post Hellblade 2 world, people. Whether you see HUD indicators or not means nothing. Whether the graphics look amazing or not means nothing. It could all be real time. It could all be real time, right? You saw what Gears did, right?
Yep.
I would not be surprised that is relatively how Gears will look, because that's the first thing they said when this game came out. Even the Hellblade 2 devs said, hey man, we had the coalition's assistance with all of this.
Right.
So if you see how that one looks, let's see how the next one's going to turn out. So yeah, man, it was excellent. It was excellent. It was absolutely excellent.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
There's a couple of super chats real quick. Sorry. And then I'm going to play a little bit. Sean 786, our friend Sean from TTS Weebly Green.
Shout out to you, buddy.
He put out a great video, and we're just going to play a little snippet of his video of some reactions.
Of the reactions.
Yes, but some of these that he pulled up were also not only the ones that were heartfelt, but the ones that were for ponies that were really funny. So yeah,
and persuasion. I understand.
Exactly. But Retro, if you don't mind, read the because I thought that was kind of cool.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
I do love what Scoundro said here, and we've talked to a lot of people from a lot of different countries who just said the same thing. He says, "I'm from the Philippines, where games can be outrageously expensive. Game Pass," he says, "is a godsend, and what they showed on the showcase, in addition to already announced." Hallelujah. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, we here in the United States, like sometimes we complain about these $70 games and everyone else is like, y'all need to shut the fuck up because we're paying a lot more than that. So I feel you, brother. Good chat right there. Sith Lord became a member for 5 months. Appreciate you, Sith. Jay Rampart said, $2 super chat says, I'm so excited for South of Midnight. Yeah, I'm loving this South of Midnight, just like hitting on all cylinders for people, man. I love to see it. Sir X-Man with the $2 says, repeat. Yeah, he says this a lot. Repeat, new cameo with South of Midnight engine. Yeah, that would be good, man.
That would be awesome.
I'm down for a new cameo. Yeah, absolutely.
Let me play this little clip, and I will have to add the audio real quick. Let me know if you don't hear the audio. Speak up.
All
right. So I'll crank this up real quick. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Play away, baby.
Metal Gear! Oh my God! Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to.
Oh, thank you, Jesus! So that just boosted my score.
Safety circle off and bring him back to the west.
That just boosted my score. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Let's freaking go! Yes! Yes!
You know what's hilarious? No one's talking about Metal Gear right now. That's how good the show was. Nobody's talking about Metal Gear.
This will be a sneaking mission.
Oh my God!
Sean did such a good job in this video.
Oh, Sean.
Alex, I love
it. Murder mystery? I don't know who I can trust.
We'll play a few more minutes of it.
Oh my God! Wow! It's dead.
No way!
So the safety
Yo!
bring him back to the west.
Yo!
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear?
Dude, in that game looks amazing. Oh, Jesus, Sean.
What? There was a ghost. There's ectoplasm.
I mean, sure.
So gorgeous.
Literally my favorite person.
Shout out to Sean.
Who is this person? Who is this streamer?
I don't know.
Gears reaction is like special.
Deliver another blow. Let's go.
Oh, right.
Xbox Game Studios. Let's go. Yes! Fudge!
So, you want to know what that's here?
But before we dive into the direct,
The
Queen. One more thing.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Red.
This is where I do it too.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
It's done!
Oh my God, is it Dom? No, it's not. It's Dom, in it? That's Dom. It's Dom. Oh my God. No, don't show me Dom. No, it's Dom.
That's so good, man. Oh, man. I'm telling you, it's emotional, man. It's emotional.
Poor Eric.
I didn't put
Love her.
Eric Cuts in here. Yeah.
She's a big Gear fan. Big Gears.
Yeah, huge.
Great
Yeah.
channel up
I'm
there.
gonna
Yeah, she's
cry,
a
dude.
big time Gears.
I'm gonna.
She's a- who's that? I
What? Wait.
think she was in shock.
I think her camera drops in this thing. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Who is that? They look very different. I don't know who that is. Is
What
that
did
his?
Son do for her?
You see something? Now you see now. You done fucked up. You know that, don't you?
Hi.
Oh, of course, there's an
We're the
ad.
wireless company.
Hey,
We've
well,
nothing to hide.
do this ad real quick.
Hidden fees.
Sorry.
I see what I'm saying. I thought. That's no, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?
I kind of feel obligated. I think when it comes to like She Attack, I'm really the only one who plays Gears of War and like has played as much Gears of War as I have. And my
Sean.
channel here on YouTube was pretty much based off of Gears of War. So I'm always going to be kind of considered a gearhead.
Those fuckers. Those fuckers, they know it.
Bro, Microsoft delivered, bro. This is the best showcase ever. Wait.
I'm just saying
Is
this is
that
why
Dom?
this is why I fuck with
Dom
Marlon.
is
I'm
back?
just saying this is why.
Dominic! No, there's no way.
He's going through puberty, I think.
The face, man. The face.
Yeah.
Yo, you hear it, Chad? The piano? Is that Dom? Yo!
Hello? Yo, Xbox. I will clap for that.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Solid B plus at minimum.
Really great.
I love it. Fucking
Excuse
life
me?
is strange.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
God.
not a fan. I'm not a fan of these guys.
Yeah,
They have so many bad takes. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
I'll go back to the other. But just to let everybody know, they definitely need to go to Sean's channel and watch that whole video. That is not even half of his video.
It was
I
a
just played
lot.
snippet of that. He does amazing work. Him and Dirt both. Big fan of both those guys. And so anyway, shout out to the damn community, man. Fucking awesome. RHETRI, turns this back over to you. I'll play this back. I just had to play a snippet of that, man. So
Nah,
awesome.
man, I definitely appreciate you playing that. I think probably for me, the best part about E-Day is that none of you got it correct. Not one of you insiders called this. I heard Gear 6. I heard the trilogy coming back. Nope and nope. Instead, what they gave us is something better, in my opinion. Exactly what we were hoping for, because a lot of people were on the fence about Gear 6, and weren't. A lot of us really talked about we wanted the first three, because the trilogy, the first three, in my opinion, was the do bro shooter. It was Gears at its best. And E-Day is that, like, you know what I mean? That is what it is. So I just love that. Sometimes it was a great surprise, right? This is what we want during the. I don't need all these insiders to tell me and to leak everything 24 hours before the fucking show. Quit. Stop doing that.
Stop it.
What I want is surprises. And if they had leaked this, I would have ripped them a new a-hole. Like this was a great way to end the show. This is that one more thing that we haven't seen from Microsoft in a long time, and that's what they delivered from beginning to the very beginning. Like we said, when they had Black Ops, they had Doom with the killer shield, and State of Decay. As soon as State of Decay was done, I was like, "This is over. This is the best show." It was already a 10 out of 10 for me. Just like Fuzzy alluded to earlier. At that point, I was like, "Holy shit! They killed it. They killed this show." And this is why I wanted to talk about it again, because I'm still riding high on this show. It's only been a week, and in my opinion, where all these people are constantly like, "Oh, is Xbox going to be in business next week?" which is just ridiculous to me. Here we are. here we are. It changed. Like this show, we saw the Summer's Games Fest by his own audience. They rated it, whether you liked it or not. The public said it was a D. Sony show, the public said it was a D. Those same Sony guys who follow Keighley voted for this show as an A. I'm sorry, like the winds have changed. It's happening right now. You're starting to finally see things happening.
I got to give you a small bit of insight there. And this is just our observation. A bunch of guys, we went to the Keighley show as well, because it was all obviously a day after each other. So you go to LA, you watch all these shows together, one after another. So myself, Luke Lore, shout out to him. All of us, we all kind of filed in, went to Summer Game Fest, and then went to the Xbox Showcase. Keighley wasn't having the best day.
I heard.
He wasn't having the best.
Yeah, I heard some things. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah,
I mean, all I can speak to, and I didn't get a chance to meet the man. I've met him a long time ago. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but in between the cutscenes of you guys watching him announcing the next thing, it's like the shoulder shrug that could be heard from a mile away. Like we're all in the crowd. You know what I mean? The sadness on he was just not happy.
It wasn't swagger there.
Yeah, there was no happiness with him at all. So. Yeah, and I mean, looking at the showcase, you can see why, right? Why would Xbox have Metal Gear when the Keighleys were a day before it? You know, why would they have a killer? And I will say this because people giving it short shrift. Why would they have a killer Assassin's Creed showing? Because that Assassin's Creed showing was epic. Even after the show, they sat down with a bunch of devs. They had a bunch of Xbox devs, the Call of Duty devs, Gears devs, Avowed devs, and guess what? Ubisoft came out, sat down on the couch, and talked about Assassin's Creed on Xbox's couch. Wasn't at the Keighleys. Like, I think he was having a bad day. It didn't work out so well for him this time. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I think that the Summer Games Fest just I didn't feel it last year. I just don't think it's where it's at anymore. It's definitely like his most lackluster show.
But I will say though,
go ahead,
like to be for the record, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. For the record, I didn't hate the show.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys that were there seemed to really like it.
I got a Steam Deck. I play on Steam a lot. There were lots of come to Steam. Really cool, interesting, weird indies. Killer Bean, which I call Killer Scrotum, but that's
for me. That's the one.
you know what I mean? Like. There was some really awesome, funny things in there, right? But yeah, by and large, you go to those shows for the pomp and circumstance, and it did not deliver on that note at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I did like, and I'm not saying like we thought, because a lot of us at home scored it much lower than you guys did that were physically there. So we were kind of wondering if there was something to the atmosphere of being there. Because I watched King and I watched everyone's scores and I was like, holy crap, these guys are rating it way higher than we did. And I'm not here to like crap on Keighley's show. If it was a good show, I would have agreed. But to your point, Kay, you were also a PC guy, and that was PC everywhere.
And when you're in the room, in the room and you're there with your buddies and you're all there, and there's Colt Eastwood and there's
energy.
King David, and we're just like laughing our butt off because that bean don't look like a bean, man. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It changes the whole thing.
I thought it was potato. They were making fun of me. I was like, oh, it's potato shooting. Like, I think that's a bean.
I was like, Killer Scroat is not. Killer Scroat is not a sexy title, so it got to be Killer Bean.
Killer Bean. And I'm not joking. Listen, I don't know if Kay's being for real, but I seriously, like, Killer Bean was like one of my absolute favorites.
It
I think
it looks
awesome.
Come on, hell yeah!
I think it looks
you know
awesome.
what I mean? I'm there for any of that one man team stuff. Oh well, of course, and of course.
Sorry,
as soon as I forget the man.
He let
one
you know
of the
right
greatest
away.
people.
Right away.
One of the greatest people I got a chance to meet was Paris Lilly. Great dude. We sat down, we had a couple drinks, we were talking. Didn't get enough a chance to talk to him more frequently because the man was busy. Hopefully, and he and I have been talking about that. Hopefully, we get into that business aspect a bit more. But it was awesome. It was awesome getting to meet with the people who you've been chatting with, who you're podcasting with, people who you consider friends for so long, right? And I guess I will say that here. I said it on my show. Fuzzy was there. I came back from this show with a new sense that we all need to stop with just the camera connections. We need to meet in public. We need to meet in person. And it shouldn't be a show that does it, and it shouldn't be expensive ass LA that moves us there. You need to go. More to come on that. I'm so fired up. Yeah. That's right. I'm so fired up about that. I want there to be, community meetups. We got to do this. Yes.
Yeah. Paris is scaring me. He's in his villain arc. I'm going to talk shit behind his back. And as soon as I see him, I'm like, "Hi, Paris. How you doing, sir?" I'll be really nice to your face, right?
And he'll give you a big hug with his bicep. He'll give you a big hug. You real tight.
Yeah. He'll just squeeze the life right out of it. Right. Dolomite with the $2 says Marlon was having game gasms. Yeah, he was. I know a lot of people hate on Marlon. I'm not one of them. I enjoy the guy. So don't hate me because I like Marlon. But I think his reactions were actually genuine. DJ Berto Doss with the $5 says, after all this WGB saw TTS extended, we talked that shit over here. Slap that like button. Ponies, get the fuck out of here. Like my man Sean would say. Appreciate you, Doss. Thank you, man.
Exactly. Yeah. We appreciate that. And also definitely welcome out to Paris Lily, amazing member of the community.
Shout out to you, Paris.
Down, a super awesome guy. And the way he carries himself is above board, and shout out to it. Always going to be always going to man out and be the man, and I like that. Also, happy Father's Day to everybody that's out there watching us as well.
Happy Father's Day, y'all.
The one thing I was gonna, this is kind of out of context, but I'm gonna
go for it, man.
Real quick to show you. Because me and Retro were talking about this earlier.
Oh, we're sponsored by Manscaped now. Sweet.
We are. No, we're not.
Trim your shit.
We're talking about that scrotum game, and sorry. And all right, so I want to share this real quick. So the part on this, I don't know if I can zoom in any further. Let me see. No, I don't think I can. All right, so but the thing is, this is the Call of Duty gameplay trailer that they released, the new one, Black Ops 6. Retri, how many views does that video have?
56 million. My God,
56 million views since last week.
I think COD's okay. I heard it was getting shitty and it was going to die, but I think it's all right. I think it's going to survive. Oh, FarQ.
He was doing my pictures.
Every time I look at the camera like that, FarQ's there, like he's like, click. FarQ with the $5 says, Retri, please stop visiting the barn. It's messing with your head. That was a great pause, brother.
I love that face. Our community is amazing.
56 million, bro. Jesus. That is insane.
It definitely is. Was something else I was going to pull up, but I can't remember where it is. Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, big time sponsors. Yeah. The community is what sponsors us, and we appreciate you guys,
sir.
Each and every one. You can get a subscription to our channel, membership to our channel, I should say, if you wanted to to become a member. It's only $1 if you sign up for yourself. We do a lot of times have wonderful people in the community that will gift memberships as well, but for like $1 a month, and you get access to all of the really cool emojis, and we change them up, switch them up. So, but yeah, it's I'm getting ready to drop all of them that we have at the moment. Boom!
Drop it like it's hot.
That's right. That are on now. The emoji and everything. Those are if you subscribe and become a member on our YouTube channel. But we do appreciate the people, over almost 500 people here that are watching either on X or on YouTube. Thank you all so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. And it's a good time. And Hargeet will be joining us here in a little bit. He's messaged me one as they get finished up. He's going to jump on here in a little bit, so we appreciate that as well. And another new membership there, Retri. Look at that.
Razor Ultron, what's up, brother? I see you in chat talking all kinds of stuff. Appreciate you, man. Welcome to the council, brother. Welcome to the droid. Yeah, man. this showcase, I can't get over how good it was. I really can't. I want to talk about it forever, but I know we can't do that. Kay, is there any other any stories or anything else that you wanted to talk about that might have happened at the showcase, or any of the showcases, really? Anything that stood out to you, or anyone you met?
Yeah. What stood out to me, honestly? So when I decided I was gonna go, and shout out to the great Hargeet, Chani, he'll be on here soon. The coordinator extraordinaire. Everybody goes to him for coordination, and we all have a big WhatsApp channel. Like 30 of us, all in one, and we're chatting about where we'll go, what we'll do. So right. I initially got the tickets for IGN Live 3-day tickets. I got tickets for Giant Bomb Live. I got tickets for those two, and then hoping I was also going to get into Xbox FanFest, which initially I did not have a ticket for. So, and there were no +1s. Boom was going to make me his +1 because for the first time, and shout out to great Boomstick, I got to meet him as well. Awesome human. They were being a little bit difficult with the +1. So I was like, okay, you know what? Well, I'll take it in stride. Worst case scenario, we'll go sit at a bar somewhere, drink and watch. It'll be fine, right?
Right.
And then somewhere before the show, before the day I had to go, I happened to say it on air that, hey, because of the difficulty of the situation this time around, I may not be able to get into FanFest, but hey, it is what it is. I'm still there to have a good time. I'm there to be a part of this community. And one of our community members, Soil Tech is his name, literally within 2 minutes sent me his +1. And that's how I was able to get into Xbox FanFest. So
best community,
I will
man.
forever,
bar none.
And I met him there. We took photos. I met Erodimus there. I met a bunch of folks. Best community ever. It was just so wonderful. And whenever anybody meets me, they're like, they appreciate my positivity. I'm like, I'm the most pessimistic guy I know. I don't even know.
Oh my God, you were so not.
I keep it all in this gregarious style, so people think I'm being happy. I'm not happy all the time. Calm down. But yes, it was really cool to meet the people. Honestly, that is my takeaway. My takeaway is this show, as you guys who are watching it, as people, as you guys who are watching it on TV, and we who are there, great, one of the greatest shows ever, right? But that wasn't the highlight of my trip. It wasn't. It was meeting all the great people. It was Paris Lily. It was.
There you go. See,
there he goes.
Yeah, had to say my name.
There you go. Yes. But see, unfortunately, Mr. Lilly was busy, man. He was a busy man.
Yeah.
He's got games to watch. He's got games to play.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But no, it was awesome meeting Paris. I met Kali for a small bit as well. Just hanging out, talking to content creators, talking about their process, talking about your process. Got a chance to meet Ains and Luke Lore and Colt Eastwood and freaking Dante Moody, my man Dante, great human. Oh, so much fun. The man who makes everyone's podcast look better, Sean LeBray, wonderful human being. Idle Sloth, got to meet Idle Sloth, and John Clark from Xbox. It was just a who's who of the wonderful people you get to talk to all the time. And it makes me feel like we should do more of that. Whether there's a huge event at an expensive location or not, right? Yeah. Maybe we are the event. More to come on that. Maybe we are the event.
Okay, I like where you're going.
You know
with
what
that.
I'm saying?
I like where you're going with it.
So the only other thing I'll put out there is it was hilarious how many times people stopped me to ask me about my backpack.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's okay.
Spinning.
Okay. Well, right now it's
LED,
gears, but I can change it to anything else. So whenever anything happened, I would put something on here.
And you just change it.
Yeah, before the showcase, I put King David Hold the Line on here.
Nice.
thousands of people. My wife was like, after I spoke to her, she's like, you could start a business selling these things, right? I'm like, I got not enough time in the day. But yes, everyone loves this backpack. This is what I've learned about my
We need to talk.
So there you go.
I like the feel of those.
There you go. Yes. But no,
it's cool.
It is. I have come back with a strong sense that we all need to meet in person. We just do. We need to meet in person, and we need to be the change we want to see. And if it means it's something that we're going to start, then more to come. I'm working on it. We need to do something. So there you go.
Absolutely, Kay.
I like that. Yeah, Nashville. Can y'all meet up in Nashville? Just saying.
Can you come to me? Is what he's saying.
This is honestly my point, right? I don't want to meet up in LA because LA is expensive. I don't want to always meet up in New York. I love New York. I've been to New York a million times. Not everybody can go to New York, right? Nashville. Right. When has there been a gaming event in Nashville? I'll wait. North Carolina. When has there been?
Yes.
Chicago. When has there been? Right. And I can on and on and on. Right. So I want us to be the event. I want us to go. A lot of people. We meet up. We go do things. It'd be so cool. I'm putting it out into the ether because either I will do it or somebody else will do it on my behalf, and I'll be happy for it.
As long as it happens. That's what matters.
This is the thing I want to put out there. We all need to get out there, and we need to make everywhere else feel as special as these locations feel, right? And it doesn't have to be LA,
Okay, I love like this idea, and I think that if it was
nobody wants to go to Detroit.
Real written up, and that's funny. If it was written up in a certain way, that you could present this as a opportunity for, say a sponsorship from Microsoft, that might be able to get a bunch of members of the community together to maybe try out some games, play. They can also promote it.
See, now you're talking after we started flying. I'm talking about we're crawling right now. We're gonna walk and we will fly.
Steps,
Mark my words, sir.
Yeah, but
we will fly.
Like the game.
But you'd be surprised how much they might be willing to just help out. To
That's true. You never know. Never know until you ask.
Big thing. It could be just just maybe a place to meet up kind of thing. And that would be if they help pay for that, kind of thing. Then everybody else could be like, trying to set up some.
We're in the background. We're having conversations right now. We want to start Patreon pages. We want to start this process rolling. It's gonna happen. Just keep an eye on that. And pretty soon, because man, it was a special occasion. It will be again. I will go next year. I'm going to Gamescom. I can't wait to meet my European brothers and sisters. It's going to be awesome. I want that to be a very normal part of what we do.
I'm going to the showcase next year. It's a done deal. I'll have time off for my new job. I'm going to be there.
Pro tip for any of the content creators who want to do it: book by February and talk to Hargeet Chani.
And Hargeet, Hargeet will show you the way. He's definitely the organizer in this community for sure.
A quick super chat there. That we need to.
Far Q with the $2 says sorry, not sorry. Love you, bro.
And
all right, Far Q. I'm going to unmod you.
No, you're not.
This is WebDave. I'm concerned with RHETRI at the bottom of my screen. He stays there too long. I'm going to have burn in of Richie's face. There you go.
Well, that would be your own fault there, sir.
That's fine.
Another
it's
comment.
Fine, Far Q.
Oh yeah. I like this. And if you don't mind, let's let Fuzzy read this one. Fuzzy, can you see the screen there?
Oh yeah. Paris and Fuzzy Belvedere need to get together in person. Two of the classiest people in the community. Thank you for that.
That is true.
Greatly appreciate those words. I met Paris briefly in 2022 at the Games Fest, but didn't really get the chance to talk. And it was I think at that point it was still one of those first few events in person kind of thing. So didn't really get to spend as much time as I would have liked to, but definitely got to meet Sean LeBray out there. Got to meet Colt and a few other people, Clowns as well, and a few others as well. But yeah, I definitely want to go there next year. This year, the wife and I did a cruise, so I already knew spend money on the cruise.
Where your money was going.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to make it to LA this year, but LA next year, I think that's a plan.
Yeah, RHETRI, get that house soon, so you can save up money for next year.
Yeah, we might be moving again, dude. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh,
So
no.
my wife got their master's degree, so we're looking like at everywhere right now. So I have no clue what's going to happen, even in the next month. Yeah, so
that means you get to
things
retire,
are crazy,
right?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Honey, precious, I'm so proud of you.
Paris says maybe Kay will remember me. Remember I was there next year. Maybe he will remember you this time, Paris. We don't know. Time will
He
tell.
talked good about you. Come on, man. Too funny.
Paris is like, recognize me, bitches.
Oh my god. I
did want to. I think we should play some stuff from the Phil Spencer interview with IGN. Yes. I know, it's IGN, whatever. But there's a part at least I want to talk about. Where the hell was it? It's 25 minutes and 30 seconds in. Start it right around there, Dave, because it's the most interesting thing to me.
Yep. Let me.
And while you play that, I'll be right back. Actually.
Yeah. Well, we'll get set up real quick while you're doing that. And, what was that mark again?
It was 25:37 or 25:30. Start around 25:30.
Gotcha. Damn commercials. Let me get those out of the way first. Oh, shoot. Stalling for time. Oh, there we go. All right. And share the screen. He said 25 something. Yeah, there we go. Let's just put it right there and wait for him to come back. So yeah, cool.
And that's what I will quickly say. That's one of the things I also missed, since the interview was shortly after the showcase, and the showcase and the interview place was like a little further apart from each other. I wasn't able to run over to go see the interview, right? And oh, by the way, I heard what RHETRI was saying. IGN Live was pretty fun. It was a pretty cool little event. It wasn't like, worth going to LA for necessarily, but if you happen to be there, it was a really cool event. Had a bunch of arcade stands, had a bunch of really interesting things that people could partake. It was a fan event. The people who had been there with who had been to E3 in the past were saying how this was the most E3 like they'd experienced since E3 itself was there. Places for people to play, arcade stands, indie developers there showing off new games. It was quite cool. So, I come away, still critical of some of the moves they make in the gaming discourse, but with a more found respect for the people that work there. They're not all a bunch of mustache twirlers. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a chance to meet and talk with a few folks. I met Ryan McCaffrey, good dude. I still take issue with some of his takes, but as a human, I appreciate that, man. We had a great conversation. So, there's that. If you happen to go to LA and IGN Live is there, it's actually worth at least a day ticket, if not all three.
I mean, I would have gone. I mean, I would definitely gone to this. I mean, if they're interviewing Phil, it's you got to go. You got to go where the guy is. So, we got some crap for playing this. A lot of our fan base is not the biggest fans of IGN, but to your point, Kay, like at the same time, like these are human beings. It's not like every single one of these person is like some evil person where they're just sitting there trying to crap on everything Xbox. We definitely don't agree with a lot of their takes. I don't, but it is what it is. But I thought this interview was really good. I know Paris is saying he has a video about what Phil said about multi-plat. That's not where this video is. I don't, because I honestly, I don't want to harp on that because at the end of the day, and Paris is probably, I haven't watched the video, but I'm guessing he doesn't care either. I just don't care about the multi-plat stuff personally. I care about getting the best value I can, and that's where Game Pass, comes in for me, and that's all that really matters. More people playing it, I don't care. If that bothers you, I think you got to reevaluate your priorities in life personally. That's just me. I know I get hate for that take even on my own show, but I got to speak my truth. It really does not bother me. As long as the console sales are good and Xbox is in a good place, then that's all that matters. I just want them to stick around and give me good experiences in games.
Sir.
Amen.
100% with you. 100%. When that whole controversy, air quotes controversy, came about, a lot of my console brethren were heated, and like people were like, "Well, why are you not upset?" I'm like, "Well, you tell me all there will be in Game Pass moving forward are black hole games, then I'm upset, right? As long as there's diversity of content, as long as there's the bangers in addition to the indies, in addition to all these, I'm cool. It is what it is.
I don't know. Maybe it's a young man's game. I just don't give a shit about that stuff anymore. Like, it's not worth my energy to get mad about, because if I'm still getting those experiences, I guess I just don't care.
So,
like,
RHETRI, I think it's because you're like me and you have options to play in multiple places, and you always have. When you have options to play multiple places, it broadens your horizon. Everborn was so upset about this. Like, you could tell, emotionally upset about it, because loyalty and all of that, which I could get. In the beginning, I didn't get it. But, I hang out with John Wolf. I hang out with Everborn. They were kind of upset about this whole situation. But as they've kind of veered more into the PC waters, as that now they're walking around with their 40 series cards and their handhelds. Now it's like,
I saw Everborn all over Twitter hooking up his PC to his main TV. I saw what he was doing. I saw the conversion in real time.
Don't say that to him. He still to this very day will contend he does not play PC games. He plays what? The console, the what is it? The console experience. The console experience gamer, CEG. I'm like,
CEG. Yeah, listen, Everborn, that's not taking off, brother. That's
right. I'm like, Everborn Gaslighter Saga. He plays PC. Right. Calm down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Rich, I don't know if you have your camera off. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
What's up? No, I don't. Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing something.
I'm ducking fart Q so he doesn't clipping in my face. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really give a shit.
I'm just messing. But big shout out to Paris. He does. He's now making more and more content on his own.
Yes, I did notice that.
Like it a lot, and I highly recommend that if you haven't, make sure you do subscribe and follow Paris Lee as well. He's he's an amazing member of the community.
I was eating actually.
And, we do appreciate him greatly, and that the video is good. But I do have that clip ready to go. And hey, Chihuahua's here. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Are you ready for me to hit the play on this one?
Yeah, I can hear everything. So you could have hit it minutes ago. Sorry, I should have told you can play it whenever, because I got wireless headsets on. But you could.
You're good. Well, I didn't know what you want out of this, so I don't want to. Okay, here we go.
What do you mean by that? That's right, booming. Booming. Oh my goodness. Well, ask Todd to, I know you can't hurry.
Speed it up, Todd.
We're waiting here, pal. There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about that I thought we actually might hear something about from you. I mean, you had a great show. I'm not complaining. But I thought, well, there's something that's been rumored, that's been talked about. We talked about it on the pre-show. There was a big reaction from our audience here, and that is an Xbox handheld.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a guy. I mean, you have the gamer score to prove it. Like you walk the walk. You are not a guy that runs the business and never touches a game. You actually pretty much do nothing but play video games. And I mean that as a compliment.
You don't work at all, Phil.
I do work sometimes. Yeah.
But really, seriously, like
I love that. I don't do anything but play video games. It's kind of true.
You've been building the business around this mantra of go where the players are. Whether it's on PC, whether it's through
so
the
we
cloud.
should have a handheld.
I think so.
I think we should have a handheld.
You want to say anything?
No, I don't want to say it. I think you have to have Sarah on. Sarah Bond, our president of Xbox, which is awesome.
The queen.
But the future for us in hardware is pretty awesome, and the work that the team is doing around different form factors, different ways to play, I'm incredibly excited about. Today was about the games.
Yeah,
we showed some of our Gen 9 consoles, Series S, Series X, the work that we're doing. But we will have a time to come out and talk more about platform, and we can't wait to bring it to you guys.
All right, I'm not going to let you off the hook quite one more time.
Tried.
So hypothetically, if Microsoft did an Xbox gaming handheld, PC device, would it be a Steam Deck-like dedicated piece of hardware that I can play offline, or would it be something I would need a Wi-Fi connection to stream things from?
No, I think what I'm finding, I'll do it this way. So I like my ROG Ally, my ROG Ally is my Lenovo Legion Go, fantastic. My Steam Deck. I think being able to play games locally is really important.
You can read between the lines on that as you will.
That's pretty much it, Dave.
We're going to take a very quick break, but we're not done with Phil. We're going to bring in some...
We're done with Phil. I'm just kidding.
Confirmed handheld. I just wanted to play it because I'm so fucking excited about this handheld. I feel like, come on. It's confirmed, right? I know we're not supposed to say that, but it feels like it.
So I won't say anything either. I just had multiple conversations with Jason Ronald. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, he's smiling.
That's all I'll say.
I love feel like I will say nothing.
I feel like you were talking to Jason. He could at least have probably said that the possibility, or at least that the mechanics that Microsoft could do.
No, the man is he is very well trained, very media savvy.
Yeah.
He won't give up the ghost, that easily. Great human. We talking technology, what the potential pitfalls are, what the potential struggles are for all that, But I know for sure that he's been dealing with a bunch of handhelds. He himself is a handheld gamer. He uses Steam Deck all the time. I was talking to him about another handheld I was buying, and we were conferring about that. They are really evaluating all this stuff. So like it's a badly kept secret. Clearly, there's something on the horizons. Clearly, right?
Yeah,
he didn't say anything like that to me,
but
clearly. There's something on the horizon, and they're very, very well versed in a lot of these technologies, Steam Decks and handhelds and all of these. They're very well versed in that. And it's all but a done deal until we see it. I just want to see it. Yeah.
Does anyone think we will get an answer to that question maybe by the end of this year, or do you think it's something that let's just pretend like we know it's coming out in 2026, the handheld and whatever the next beast of a Series XX or whatever the hell it's going to be called comes out in 2026. Do you guys think that we might get a whiff of the handheld's existence for sure this year, or do you think it'll come 2025 where they kind of announce it for 2026?
So I will say that while they didn't really give the Keeleys anything this year, right? They didn't really give them anything. It would be interesting if they realized that, hey man, we showed off that Series X, right, at the Keeleys, and it really brought the house down, and it set the tone, and then we followed it up, and look at the success of it. Wouldn't it be interesting if this year at the Keeleys you see a handheld like silhouette of some kind or whatever? Yeah. I'm not saying that's what they're going to do. I have no prior knowledge of it, but it worked once. Maybe they do something like that again. We're at least a year away, if not longer.
Right.
But we were at least a year away, if not longer, when the Series X was
last time. Yep.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility, I don't think.
And didn't Sarah say that they were going to, she was going to, or something was going to happen at the end of this year, hardware wise? And I don't think that's what we just saw. And plus it's not the end of the year. So,
and to Paris's conversation here, one thing that I will say that I want to see, and I've heard rumblings of it in the background, I want to see software that can be installed on all other handhelds existing today. Those of you, those ragoons out there excited about the ROG Ally and the Ally X, the Legion Go, all of the ones that have my handhelds and all those others, where you can install software, right? And you have Xbox on your hardware, and it's somewhat of a pseudo stopgap solution for all handhelds that are not officially Xbox. I want to see what would make me happy this year is if we close this year out with them saying, well, we're going to start flighting that. So if you're an insider, because look, the what do you call it? The cloud stuff. We were flighting that stuff for a year and a half before it actually became Game Pass, right? I want to see them start flighting hey, if you have a handheld, here's Microsoft software. It's janky. It's got bugs everywhere. But now the work begins. Yeah. Right now the work begins. Put it through its paces. So eventually, when they have their handheld, it comes mature and fully baked as far as a hardware perspective. I hope they do that.
Fuzzy, you got anything you want to add to this whole handheld conversation? Tell me it's coming out next year. Make me happy. That's fine.
I wish I knew. I was actually hoping that we would get to see something, although the year isn't over, obviously. And typically Gamescom is where they show some hardware as well. Maybe an Elite 3 or something like that. But my big thing is I really hope if the rumblings of them going with like an ARM chip setup, that they have the software end of it buttoned down to the point where you can install your console games on it, and it would emulate it as a console, and that would resolve the whole third-party license issue. And then it would be able to accept like the Steam store on it as well without having to do a dual boot type of thing. If they can make that seamlessly run on that same device where everything that's in your Xbox library is playable on this device, and it's same thing with their console, they're under the TV console, and then you can also access your Steam library. That's a perfect scenario for the hardware. I don't know if they can pull that off. Microsoft being the software company they are, if anybody can pull it off, they're the ones that can pull it off. But I'm hoping that's the direction that they go, where the stuff is installed natively, just like what Phil was saying, where you have it on that device, you play it on that device. But if I can do both PC stuff and Xbox stuff, both the Windows Store Xbox, PC version of stuff and the console version of stuff on that one device, and I don't have to have a secondary license, I'll be golden. That's the big thing. And beat the Steam Deck 2 to the punch. I think if they do all those things, they're golden. But I don't know if the Steam Deck 2 comes out in 2025. I honestly hope this Xbox device either lands at late 2025 into 2026 or sometime early on in 2026, so we don't have to necessarily wait until the holidays of 2026. And even my cat's up here chiming in on it.
Yeah, what he said.
Meow meow, Miss Kitty.
I mean, you may actually make a good point, Fuzzy, because like normally a device like that would be November. So if you are talking 2026, that means you're basically almost talking 2027. So, you know what I'm saying? Like you're right there. So yeah, like maybe. Crap, I might be changing my mind on this 2026 thing personally. I don't know. I think I'm hoping sooner than later. I just want the thing, and that's probably just hopium. And I just want, these things take time, obviously. As Kay said, he wants the he wants the Xbox UI and the user experience to go out to everybody, which I think is a great idea too. But at the same time, that is for the tinkerers. That is for for the companies to pick up. I want something from Xbox themselves, personally, and I'm hoping that Sarah Bond will announce that sometime this year. To Kay's point, I don't care if it's a silhouette. You know what I mean? It exists. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. It exists. Like I feel like he just told us that, but I want to double down on. I want to hear it from Sarah. I want to hear it from from the horse's mouth, essentially.
Yeah,
I mean, we like 2 years knowing that the Scorpio existed, and we had a little over a year and a half of the Series X, so it's within that time frame. So
it's within that range.
We could hear something, and like you said, show up on the Keeleys as far as the Game Awards, and that'll be everything the only thing that people are talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah,
right,
Big Mad
so-
Mo says Tokyo TGS handheld announced. He doesn't want to give it to
Game show
Keeley's.
announcement. No. And I'll tell you what. Here's my I'm put my little disclaimer up. All just rumors until it happens. That's what I'm gonna say. But let's take what Big Mad Mo just said, and just think about this for a second. If they made the announcement at Tokyo Game Show, which let's face it, in Japan, handhelds are king. That's one of the reasons why that the Switch is so successful, even more so than Sony products in Japan, because it's portable, it's small, it can be played anywhere, on the go, on your TV. Okay, so if they made the announcement at Tokyo Game Show, doesn't have to wait until Christmas to come out. It could actually come out the next summer. And when did the Switch come out? It came out in the middle of the year. It was announced early on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm just saying the standards for this, because that would get it out. And if it's, say, on the line with the S, as far as
spec was,
because we don't think it's not the next gen console. It is basically current gen, but portable and playable in multiple places. And then the 2026 that RHETRI and Fuzzy and you guys were talking about, maybe that's when they,
the big boy comes out.
2025 at the Keeleys. Then they could have the announcement for the new generation, the next generation console, and then 2026 around the holidays. That's when it could come out. And when it does, hopefully it'll have the quote unquote new design feedback controller, whatever high res craziness it's going to have. And plus two, then I guess the base for that would be like, games, obviously the next gen hardcore games and stuff, but they'll no longer be it has to be compatible with the Xbox One. The Xbox Series X will be the baseline for anything that's made, because it has to be at least that compatible. This is just obviously speculation theory, and it to me it makes sense. And Mo made a good point, or a good place to announce that would be a handheld at a Tokyo Game Show, for the simple fact that the Japanese audience is the ones that will eat up handheld more. And if you can, and
true,
well, not to
it's not a bad idea at all.
I'm gonna bring up this bookmark real quick that we were talking about this earlier, RHETRI, and these little side stores that Microsoft has recently opened. And so this is it is the Xbox Game Pass store in Chill Space. I got two little clips to play. I don't know if there's any audio. I don't know. In fact, I may even just mute the audio.
Yeah, I would just mute it.
But I'm gonna play it. There's two little clips that I'll show you. And if you haven't seen this yet, these are pretty cool. So
of course, it's in New York. New York has got everything.
Yeah. But look at all the merch stuff they got for sale.
Yeah.
And shows off all the stuff. And the cool thing I like about it, is it's
the stations here. That's I love that.
Game stations.
But the funny thing here though is this is literally Xbox's Microsoft store. Like, this was literally how the Microsoft store was. I had one like a couple miles away from me. One of the saddest things is them closing all the Microsoft stores. If you had never been to one, this is literally what it looked like. They had stations up. You could play their games. You could try HoloLens. You could do all this stuff just like this. It looked exactly like this. It's so sad that it's all gone now,
But
they tried to do the Apple thing, but
these are all new, so maybe it's not gone. Maybe this is the
maybe they're bringing it back. This would be awesome. I loved those stores, man. I did. I love the Microsoft stores. Yep.
It's badass looking. I love the lighting too. I'm a sucker for lights. So
you are. You are kind of a neon guy.
I'm a neon dude. Yeah. I love it. But yeah, I'm next to Charlotte, so I got to check if there's anything like that around here, but I doubt it. New York, they're the epicenter. They're usually Apple did the same thing when they came out their stores. They always test things in those markets first. It takes off, then it goes to smaller cities, everywhere else essentially. Amit says, yeah, I had a Microsoft store near me too, which looks similar to this, but they closed them down. Yeah, it's sad. It is sad to see. He said we had a Microsoft store across from the Apple store in the mall near the Tesla store. Yeah, all the big hitters right next to each other.
Yeah, it's the same thing out in King of Prussia area. Although last time I was at the King of Prussia one, they didn't really have that much. Like they didn't have a setup anywhere near like that for Xbox. But then again, that was before the whole pandemic and whatnot. But they mainly had like a smaller wall or a smaller section of the wall where they had the games and the consoles and stuff. But everything else was Surface, or like the Surface Pro and all that.
Yeah. I mean, if you had more stores of what I basically just saw with basically looks like Tokyo when they have they have the rows of computers, like I think that would attract people to come in there, at least stay a little while, play some games, and then maybe purchase some items on the way out. So you got to get them through the door. Nobody's going to the Microsoft store to go see Office in person. Like nobody's doing that, right? Nobody's going there to go see Excel and try it out. Like why would you do that?
But you need to make a spreadsheet.
Right.
I think some of the stores had more stuff than others. I've seen some, and I thought I saw a comment where people weren't going into some of them. Like I loved Microsoft stores. I made it a point to go into one every time I saw one. It like for a while they were like Microsoft's answer to Apple stores, and the good ones were awesome. Like they were really good, like really good. The first time I got to try HoloLens was at a Microsoft store. You'd go there and there'd be a bunch of people playing games, and I actually went in the last laptop I went to actually buy, like proper laptop. I went in to go buy a Surface, and then I came out with a Huawei device. Remember Huawei before America deemed them? Yeah, they were more spec'd and like $300-400 cheaper, and I bought it at a Microsoft store. Right? They were really good places to shop. In addition to a lot of cool tchotchkes and interesting stuff there. It was cool. I get why they had to close them all down though, with the pandemic and all that, I wish they had stuck it around like Apple has been sticking it around and their store still survived. But hopefully, like you're saying, WebDave, hopefully this is a sign of what's to return. I'm excited about it. That'd be cool,
It does look nice. For sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to this game. I think Fragpunk looks awesome, and it's going to kill Concord. I'm just saying. But no, I do. Side note, I really do. I am excited. I play a lot of shooters, so Fragpunk I thought looked amazing. I like the whole, you got cards in your hands, and it'll change basically the whole dynamic of the gameplay. This one I'm very excited about. So another great.
Seems like some of the cards are like pretty. Some of them are like, I guess, novelty. Some of them are like really game changing. Some of them can be like,
they show one at the end that, like, I think it's Death's Embrace or something. It basically, I think it's Death's Embrace. One of them basically, it looks like you switch places with the person who just killed you. Like I might be tripping here, but I swear one of them was like you.
That's cool though, right?
That's a cool mechanic. It might be annoying to some people, but it seems like it's a card that not everyone's going to get every game. It seems like it's one of those cards you're not going to see a lot of, but when you get it, you're like, oh, sweet. When someone kills me, I can turn it around on them.
Most people, we're all fatigued out with hero shooters, but that mechanic, at least in the room when you first showed it off, it had cheers, it was like, wow, it's a whole new aspect to this thing. And I mean, I am not a multiplayer guy. RHETRI, you can attest, but I'll be honest with you, I saw that and I was like, wow, what a novel idea that, like, in this space nothing is new. That is new. That's interesting.
That is new.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love the idea that you're half a map away and you crack open the big head mode and now you're exposed.
The big head mode is great.
It's really cool. Like it was a very interesting thing. I liked it. I hope it spurns more people to play that. I hope that thing like succeeds, because it looks different. It's unique, and I like the cell shady art style. It was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And the low point of the show. I'm just kidding. The mouse game has.
Well, if there had to be one,
all of us are going to play anyways. So
we're going to play this.
It's on Game Pass. So we're going to be trying that for sure. But,
it's where
play it day one with Game Pass.
That's where it is, Dave. Exactly. You can play this mouse game for I don't know. It's probably a 5-hour game for 5 hours, however long this game's going to be. But I don't know. Everything looked interesting to me. Like I really like to what you guys were saying earlier. Even like the low point, like maybe this was it for a lot of people. Didn't feel that low to me. Like it was a quick showing and right into something else that was amazing. That was also probably coming to Game Pass because it was just so many Game Pass titles that I think Aaron Greenberg had to. I can't remember if it was Keeley. Someone put out something that said how many things were coming to Game Pass, and Aaron had to correct it and say, no, actually, there's this many, which might have been, I think, maybe 18 out of the 30 games shown were all coming to Game Pass, which is crazy, which is absolutely amazing, which hopefully we can see more of that. And the whole, people talking about stuff not going to Game Pass and they're giving up on Game Pass clearly is not. It doesn't seem to be the case at all. So, looking forward to that. But
you may want to press the skip button there.
Yeah, I would say skip because you might. Yeah, we might get in trouble for some of this stuff, Dave, that you're showing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
damn ads, man. Yeah, they keep coming in like crazy.
Yeah. Well, I had the other version, but that's okay.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Let's see. Yeah, like I said, it all looks good. But yes, thanks for catching that. I wasn't looking at the background at the moment. So yeah, but man, there was. I mean, like I said, obviously the showcase was big. But let's kind of twist things just a little bit.
Go for it.
There's so many other showcases, basically opportunities to showcase games coming this year. I mean, there's Gamescom, PAX West, and the Tokyo Game Show, and the Keeley's Award Show, which I think, except for Astrobot already been a shoo-in for Game of the Year. Sarcasm. Anyway. So,
Hey. There will be no Astrobot slander. I think Astrobot looked amazing.
Me too.
I think it is one of the games that has come closest to Mario energy that I've seen in years.
Yikes.
No, seriously. And remember, seriously. Look, I'm the guy who's got like Mario lovers in my home. We play Mario all day. No one ever even shines the shoes of that franchise. This has gotten my children equally excited. They are excited to play it. It looks amazing. The creativity's on display. Flowers where flowers are deserved, people. Come on. It looks good.
Of course, when I said this, I got a ton of crap because the Xbox Game Pass guy, but I agree with you. I thought and it's funny too. I saw some tweets where people were like, who was asking for this? And I was like, me. Literally, once I played the Astrobot demo on PlayStation, I asked for this. I said, why isn't this a full-blown game? It feels like it should be fleshed out. And I like to see it. I think we need more games like that. So I'm happy to see that Astrobot's getting a full game. I'm definitely playing that 100%.
The only slander it deserves, and it's a minority within a minority within a minority. Those of us who played Astrobot first as a VR game go, where's the VR mode here? Come on, people. What are we doing right now? Second-class citizens much? What are we doing?
I just don't want to blow into the fucking controller again. I really hope they go. I won't be streaming that live. I'm not showing that. This is why I don't play all games live. That one will be private. Just between me and Astrobot. Get rid of that mechanic, Sony, please. What do you guys think that we could see going forward at some of these gaming conventions like Gamescom, PAX West, TGS, and VGAs? Like we were missing some prominent things during this Xbox showcase. Like Towerborn wasn't there, Replace wasn't there, Contraband wasn't there. Routine. Does everyone? I was trying to think of the stuff we've seen from Xbox in the past. Does anyone ever remember Routine? The
robot game?
Yes, the scary robot thing. Completely forgot about that one. Like you said, 33 Immortals, Everwild. Like I don't know if we see Everwild this year, but do you guys think we could see any of these things or anything else I didn't mention that you that might be coming at a show like Gamescom that you think could show up?
I think Contraband hopefully shows up at Gamescom. I'm also thinking an Elite 3 at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Because it's time. Like the rubber grips are now starting to peel a little bit on my Elite 2.
Yeah.
And this is actually my
Yeah.
second Elite 2, so it's like, come on, make
I've
a
had
better
few
Elite
too,
3.
Fuzzy. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's another first party game that they haven't showed in a bit. Well, actually, no, they've showed it, but it wasn't at this. What do you call them? At the showcase, which would
At
be
the showcase.
Clockwork
Yep.
Revolution.
Someone just said that in the
which
chat. Yeah.
I think that might make an appearance at Gamescom as well, or another showcase some point this year. But as far as like PAX East, I think the thing that would probably land the best, although it's not their first party, but it is something associated with them since it's appeared at a couple of showcases, which would be Silk Song. I'm thinking Silk
Yeah.
Song.
I forgot about Silk Song. Thank you.
It's
Maybe
due,
replace
yeah.
gets
I
like stealth dropped in between kind of thing, but I think Silk Song makes a debut at like a PAX East or something like that.
Or
Tokyo
West, 'cause
Game
we just had
Fest.
East, but yeah.
I know from what Phil and Sarah have said, they've worked with a lot of studios in the East. I think we get at least two surprises, because they said they were working with like 40 plus studios that they're partnered with in that
Right.
region. I think we see two surprises at Tokyo Games Fest, and maybe we see OD, but I still think I think OD is closer than we think, because remember, they were working originally with Stadia, and everything transferred over, so he had at least 2 or 3 years of development at that point, and he's probably had another 2 or 3 years now, or close to 3 years now with Xbox in development. So that should be somewhat close, at least for the initial launch of the game, because I think he's going to do episodes or make it episodic to some extent. So like the first portion of it, I think that's probably closer than we think. But I don't know if that, maybe it makes the Keeleys, or maybe it makes Tokyo Game Show, one of the two. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, like I said earlier, hearing that there was like over 3 hours or 3.5 hours of content, and they had to cut it back. And that was like March or April time that we're at that point.
Oh yeah.
I would say there's at least 4 or 5 games per these upcoming showcases that will either be updates on existing things we know, or at least a follow-up on something that we know, and maybe a surprise or two. But I think Tokyo is where we see at least 1, if not 2, surprises from the studios in the East that they're working with.
That's true. I mean, we haven't seen everything. Remember, like years ago, Sarah did talk about the 100 devs they were working with, smaller devs in the East, but still, we've seen a lot. We have a lot of it has ended up in Game Pass, because obviously I keep track of that stuff, but there's still some stuff missing. So that's a great point, Fuzzy. I think we could see something at TGS. Like someone just said in the chat that Power World showed at TGS first, I guess, which was, and it blew up. So
yeah.
What about you, Kay? You think you got anything? Dolomite, TGS, yeah, first revealed. There you go, Power World, yeah, and it had everyone talking, and Power World was awesome. Yeah. What about you, Kay? Anything?
So
anything you think?
I always tend to hedge my bets in that question, and I always tend to be right. When they asked me before the Xbox game show, like what was my favorite, it's the unknown, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. They asked, and my answer, my favorite answer is always the games that you don't know about, right? And then what do we get? We got 33 or more. We got the Expedition 33, which I have coined the term as an FRPG because they are French. They are not Japanese, so it's an FRPG.
I like it.
How about that? That's right. So
Park you. Oh, sorry.
So I look forward to, because they tend to gear the development output or the showcase output to the location where they're having it, to the regions where they're having it. So obviously, if we're doing TGS, we're talking more Japanese content, more Asian focused content, right? I look forward to seeing what they have to bring to bear. I as much as I would like to see Everwild, you can save that for the Keeleys. As much as I'd like to see all these others, you can save that for the standard shows. Show me these investments you're making, right? Show me these investments you're making in all of these areas where you keep touting it, which excites me. I think it's awesome. I want more voices in the mix. right? And you've seen it. More voices in the mix means more entertainment, more content for us, more interesting things that we wanna become a part of. Show me that stuff. Yes, Negative Zero. Show me Sega. Sega needs to show up in a big way at TGS.
Right?
Why? Because
That's
they
a great
have
point.
they have a development arm who's literally just going down the page, going, okay, Golden Axe remake, okay, Shinobi remake, oh, right? Like that's what they're doing.
We saw what five of those, K, and we know there's more than 5 because they already told us there's more than those 5. Yeah.
You want me to give it a blanket 10 out of 10 showing? Show me in the new Jet Set Radio Future. Let's do it.
Yes, thank you.
Show that to me.
That's
you know
the
what I'm
one.
saying?
Yep.
That's it, right?
That's the one.
You know, that's what I'm excited to see. I don't want to see, because there's just so much content from them. And we're not even talking about ABK. We're not even talking about Bethesda. I'm talking squarely in the camp of Xbox Game Studios and Xbox Publishing, right? They have so much in the tank that, we'll see more on that as well, I'm sure. But when you go to Germany, Gamescom, show me some German developers. Show me some cool things that I had never thought of before. When you go to TGS, show me some of that as well. So it's not necessarily that, oh, remember that game we saw then that I want you to give me an update on. I'm sure there'll be some of that as well, which will be exciting. But it's the unknowns. It's the Expedition 33s that really get me.
Yes. I'm with you there, Kay. That Expedition 33 was in like my top 3 of the showing because I had
day one
because it came out of nowhere.
Beautiful,
100% day one. That's what got me. It was the world. It was the world building in that game and the different biomes that they were showing. I was like, oh my god, this thing is so beautiful. I really didn't care what type of game it was. I was already sold on the atmosphere alone. That was very high for me. But yeah. So I don't know, Dave. What about you? Anything that you want to add to what you think could possibly show up through Xbox or anybody for that? In that regard,
read that comment real quick. I thought that was a good one.
Vinci says Square announcing Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster and Final Fantasy 16 coming to Xbox at TGS. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility. I know some people thought it was happening during this show. So. Maybe. I mean, that would be the place to do it, right? That would definitely be the place to do it.
Real quick, I see folks in the chat talking about replaced. Although it wasn't on the show, it was at the Keeley's Game Fest. A bunch of folks got a chance to play it. So
that's
in
true.
the background, Replaced was at the show this year.
It was there. Yeah, playable. I think I saw Paris. I think he talked about Replaced and another game that he was playing. What's up? What's up, Hargeet? Welcome, brother.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going
great.
Yeah. So you were there. You were present.
Yes, I was.
Present and accounted for, organizing everyone's trip for them. We appreciate you doing that for the Xbox community.
Shout out to Hargeet because he's been on 3 hours with Pawns, and then he jumped over here to talk to us for a few minutes. So thank you so much for your time. I really greatly appreciate that. I want you to know that up front. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, Hargeet, we were talking earlier. Kay, obviously, he went to the show too. Any like highlights from any of the shows? It doesn't have to be the Xbox showcase, but anything that you saw there that you really enjoyed, or any stories or something like that you want to share with us that happened during your time there.
Well, there are plenty of things that were awesome, right? First, just meeting up with all the people, that was all fun, and then catching up with all the the industry folks, that was all fun. I think like the couple of moments to me, the best I guess moment of the entire thing altogether has to be the Gears trailer coming up. That was the big moment. Another one to me, like almost every one of the Xbox announcements was fantastic, but was when they show at the beginning of SGF Lego Horizon coming out and Nintendo Switch day and date, and I'm like,
Hargeet with the spice.
That's an 8 right there. This showcase is an 8 right there. I don't need to see anything else. I'm good. But then I actually liked a lot of the stuff on that showcase too. I was very much in the minority. A lot of people seem to hate the showcase for Summer Game Fest. I was not one of them. I liked it. There were a lot of cool games there. but I also have varied tastes, right? So I'm good with a lot of indie games.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
One of the main ones there was Unknown 9 for me. It's a you know, Indian protagonist. I'm like, oh yeah, bring it. I want to see more of those kind of things. And then there were like the funny games like Killer Bean. And,
yes, sir.
Yeah. And then was it Cuff Bust? Was that the other one?
Yeah, that's the other one. Yes, that's the other one we liked.
So, but there were, you know, handfuls of other ones. Like they had the Civ 7 announcement, and Metaphor showed up there again, and you know, they had Neva and, you know, games like that, right? There were plenty of other ones. Black Myth Wukong showed up again, and the Quidditch game looked pretty cool too. And you know, it was 64 announcements, so it was a lot of stuff. There was a what's that 90s show? I keep forgetting the name of it. Power Rangers. Power Rangers game, right? That showed up. So, you know, there's like so many. Street Fighter had some extra content, and you know, the new stuff for the DLC for Alan Wake that showed up as well. You know, there was just a lot of cool little things there. It was good from the first hour, and then it slowed down for me. So I'd have given it better grades if like the rest of it was good, but it really did kind of slow down for me for like the last hour. So that kind of kept it lower. So, but yeah, 8.5 for me. I liked it. But yeah, I think like moments, it's still that Lego Horizon one, but Doom, oh my God, that was such a freaking awesome moment. And then somebody in the industry had to go start creating controversy, and he shall not be named. He happens to run certain showcases. I'll just say that. And had to stupidly open his mouth, and I'm like, I don't know why that needs to happen. Like, it's like, to me, that's like the moment, like that Keanu Reeves moment, that you just don't need to say anything. Just let it go, and let people enjoy that moment. That was what the you know, the Gears E-Day announcement was. Like, I've seen so many reactions of like PlayStation fans going crazy, obviously Xbox fans, whatever. It doesn't matter your platform. Like, everybody's just like, oh my God, they're like in tears. It's awesome. Like, just let it go. You don't have to talk about it. Just let it go. Why did he even have to open his mouth? Like, just let it go. Just let it go.
I agree.
Like, it doesn't matter what the trailer is, what it concept. Who cares? It's the moment of the freaking showcases. Just let it go and let people enjoy their freaking game. Let them have the fun, right? That was, I don't know why he had to open his mouth, but he did. But he did, right? I hate going after people.
Was that the no? But was that the CGI thing, or are you talking about something else? Was it?
Okay.
And
I'm like, just please stop. Like, why? Just no controversy. We don't need controversy on this. Just
not that day. And I'm not picking on Ryan, but I kind of felt the same way. And I got some kickback on this, but it's fine. And I kind of felt the same way when Ryan mentioned the layoffs at Microsoft. And to me, there was kind of a time and place to do that. And I just don't feel like you should have. You could talk to Phil anytime about those layoffs, and I didn't feel like that was the time to mention Tango Gameworks or anything.
Happen no matter what, right? It's his first media interview after that happened. I think you have to ask. No, I think he did it pretty tastefully. He just said, well, we got to talk about this. Here it is, and did not do any follow-up. Like, I'm just going to let
they didn't dwell on it, so I did appreciate that.
Like,
so.
Okay, whatever. Right.
It doesn't help to beat a dead horse for sure.
Yeah, it's like, okay, good, done. Let's move on to that awesome showcase.
He answered it brilliantly. Yeah, let's concentrate on the games and everything that we saw. Like, this is a happy moment. Let's do that.
Yep. And by the way, we had a nice long conversation with Ryan. I want to say it was the day before. It was either the day. I think it was the day before.
The day before and the day after.
Yeah, and like what what he was planning to do, like what's going on in the industry, all that kind of stuff. So it was like 25-30 minutes or something like that. We were talking to him for quite a while. So, but he's mentioned, I was like, look, people want me to pile in on him. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, this is, I will ask him the questions, and I'm not going to, like, we're still not here in this evil, I'm going to go after you mode. It's like, we need to just, need to get it out of the way, but that's it. Like, some people want me to pile in on him. Like, not going to happen.
Right? Yeah.
Well, and it really doesn't make much sense to, because, even though Sony is the quote unquote market leader for the moment, that, obviously, with this clear, there you go. The clear domination that they had of the showcase and their roadmap for the future. I'm thinking, and probably one of the reasons why Keighley was a little upset was that he's not getting all the all the attention, all the
He's
money.
not getting
that
the goodies.
Exactly.
I get that. I
And-
get that. I get that.
and
But it's like,
so-
you know, you don't take it out on the one moment that everybody was universally happy about.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Like, seriously,
Yep.
you're a gamer. You got to understand this. Let it go. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
another misstep.
Almost
Go ahead,
500
sir.
people here in the chat. Welcome out, listening or watching us either on X, on my X stream, or on Game Pass _Dailies stream, and of course the YouTube channel here. So thank you all very much for listening, watching. Okay, we did hit 500 now. That's pretty good. I'm happy for that. If you don't mind, if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe. We're trying to get to 3K on that. The button. As Sean and Dirt would say. Let's see, where's that at? There we go. Boom, I'll drop it up there. Please subscribe. There we go. It's in the corner now. But yeah, so but Hargeet, get your quick thoughts. Which I also would like to. All right, the community thing for sure. I'd like to know more because obviously you got to hang out with Kay, and there was a lot of people there. Even King David on his show just Friday when he was on talk about mentioned your hard work and dedication that you put in helping them and going to what you needed to do to help them out, and it's no small feat, and it's greatly appreciated. And the things that you do either behind the scenes and or and then not being on social media still kills me that and you're quite as popular as you are, and you're putting out some great videos as well. But but the point is, you're there, and you're a great member of the community, as well as these other gentlemen that are on our panel today, Fuzzy and Kay Asante. But what was it like? Like, I mean, you got to sit and talk to Kay and King and just and Colt and all these amazing people, Sean Labrie and all these people, just like they're there, and you're just like, hey man, what was that like for you?
Well, here's a nice picture. I don't know if it'll come through, but here's all the people. We have a lot of people there. Yeah, I mean it's the cool thing is like meeting with the newer ones, right? So we have new faces here as well. So certainly great to catch up with some of the folks that are returning, but having like Boom there, and we had John Clark, and then like whatchamacallit, why am I forgetting his name? It's Insipid Ghost. Luke.
Yeah, Luke.
Right? And so
he was going to be on tonight, but he had the bug hit him. What was patient
Zero?
He
got it during this
John?
picture. So we're who's he closest to? Who can we blame? Right? Fonzarelli, it's your fault.
Right. And of course we had Kay there as well for the first time, and right between like next to us in this picture is Yodani. I don't know if you guys know him. So he's there between me and Cog.
Yeah.
That's Yodani Kazada. Right. So we had some new people there. Fonz showed up, right? So I think the other folks mostly were always around.
Next to me is Dante, and next to Dante is Idle Sloth.
Yeah, Dante always shows
Idle
up.
Sloth. Yeah.
And Idle's been there for a couple
from
years
Ireland.
now. Yep. And you see Jason Ronald in the middle of this. And,
you cannot mistake Jason Ronald.
Yeah, right.
That beard.
The wizard.
Wizard, yes. And you got Ben at the end there, Ains, right? So
I heard
anyway,
Ben,
Ben
gave away coins. Is that correct? Like, I saw something. To everybody that was there.
Let's see. I can take the coin out of the little plastic here. Let me turn my camera back on.
We have a couple of them. Yes, there you go. Show your coins, man.
And let's see if I can get it to actually focus. That's the fun part. There we go.
Oh, the FanFest one. Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Those coins are so cool. I love them. Nice, dude.
Yeah. So everybody at FanFest got one of those. So that was pretty cool.
FanFest specials. FanFest
alum.
alum.
I see that. Oh, let's see. Okay.
And the unveiling of the
here we go.
This one. Oh, sorry.
Let's see if mine focuses. There you go.
Yeah.
Excellent focus. Right. Nice. And this one you can only get at FanFest, and hopefully every year they'll make a different one for FanFest members. That'd be cool. He really caught his stride this year. That great man. Awesome member.
So this one.
Ooh, I like that Gears one.
This one debuted.
Ooh.
I can get it to focus. So I can get it's
I
tough
also
to
have
freaking get the
one.
camera to focus for some stupid reason, but sometimes it gets it, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Don't you
There you
move?
go. Yep.
There we go.
Right
Yeah, it
there.
looks really
Nice.
good. That one looks really good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
So
That's
that's
sick.
Yep.
the Gears one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
So
Very cool. Well, we've all decided that we're going to do our best to try and get
Out
there
there?
next year
Yes.
for sure.
yes, definitely get out there.
And then Kay had this really good idea, which I think is some things and some buzz talking behind the scenes and stuff. We're not gonna say it's gonna happen, but wishful thinking hopefully would be nice that if there could be some kind of community thing, we're not necessarily had to go all the way to LA or something, but just I suggested Nashville, but it doesn't have to be Nashville. It's just some kind of offsite type
Or
thing.
Charlotte.
That would be,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's cool. I'm cool. with that.
Nashville might be real cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
I would go to Nashville. I'd be
There you go.
okay with Nashville. So
There
and
you
it's
go.
But I
not
did
Oh,
to
by
that
the
point.
way-
Hopefully we can do something like that even for next June showcase.
Yeah.
Where we do a community get together night somewhere, right? So we'll try to figure
Yeah.
something out.
So another
try to
thing,
get
real
that
quick.
going.
This is another thing they gave the community.
Ooh,
If you came
I
to
see
community
this.
game nights, you got
Yep, that
yourself
and the headset.
a wired controller
really.
and
Yo,
one
what?
of these.
Yeah,
For real?
everybody got it.
Dude, the swag is on point. You
The
get the
swag
jacket, you
was
get the
on
hat,
point,
you get the jeez,
Do you have the jacket?
Yeah, and you
So
got the
2022 was so light on swag.
Yeah, yo, they came out.
got the jacket.
They came out.
Yeah.
I want that
Hooked up
jacket.
the
I'm not gonna lie.
They did a thing, and I was like, oh, it's a good jacket. And then I saw Evan Bond Saga was gonna purchase it, and it's $100 and something. I'm like, damn, they went all out
You know
with
what it
this
is?
stuff,
K2, those little patches you got on the side, I love it. And that the Velcro, and you can like switch them out for other patches. Like, I love that.
And they actually
Feels
gave
like
us a
like
separate
a motorcycle
pack that you
gang.
could switch it out on. And if you go on their website, you go to the gear shop, you can put your gamer tag on there, and then
Oh, dude, no way. Okay, that is
awesome.
cool. Okay, that is cool. That's worth the
They did
trip
good.
alone. Shit.
They
Yeah.
did good. They really did good with us on this whole trip thing. It was cool. It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
That's cool. Well,
Yeah,
thanks
Queen.
both of you guys for sharing those kind of stories and stuff too. Because I mean, I know people that are watching also, too, are kind of excited for things like that. And,
Oh, nice.
And well, let's see here.
Here's the Xbox swag bag I brought with me. Let's see what's in here.
You got
You
that.
got
You
the
got
Expedition.
Stalker.
Yeah.
Stalker 2.
You got Metal Gear.
Nice.
You got.
Mm-hmm.
You can open up the last few. You
Yeah.
got Assassin's Creed.
Nice.
There you
And
go.
then you got this one.
Whoops.
This
Let me
one,
go back.
I'm not sure what this one actually is. What does anyone know what this game is? Too, I don't know.
Is that
The
Veilguard?
symbol. Yeah, that same one you have exactly. I don't know
Maybe
what
it
that
is
one
Dragon
Oh,
Age.
maybe. I don't know. I
Yeah.
It
think
might be
it's
the
Dragon
Veilguard.
Age. That's
yeah,
my
maybe,
guess.
Maybe Veilguard. Yeah,
But I'm not
yeah,
sure.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Farq
Yeah,
says,
you-
I don't
you
know.
got a
That
lot of
jacket
symbols.
doesn't look very good. I'll buy it off you for $20. He's trying to swing me.
Yeah. Don't do us any favors.
Send it to
Spark
London,
you.
to my bald
kidding.
brother. Yeah.
Hey, Kay, can you show us your backpack and explain us about that? Did you? So did you make
oh
that?
yeah,
or
that
where did you
that
get
was
that?
another hit of the show. The
Is that
digital
just like an
backpack.
LCD screen that you threw in there, or is that?
No. You can literally go on Amazon right now. So I do
Dude,
some reviews and things, and because I do
Asante,
reviews,
you need
and
to set up a
things-
store, buddy.
I
You need to have a
know.
freaking.
Dude, I
Everyone
would
keeps
definitely
saying
buy
that.
that.
I'm want to buy one.
Yeah, so this just happens to be what was on my backpack when Gears was announced, because I was like, I want Gears, so I kept putting it on there. But like, for example, I had this on there on the day of the showcase. I switched it to the old.
Are you using your
the
phone
old-
to switch it up?
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
I
using
love
my
that, bro.
phone app.
Let's go.
Use that to switch it to that one. Let me see if I can actually show it properly. Hold on one moment here. Let me fix the thing.
I haven't worn a
That's the mood
backpack in
lighting.
years, but I might just wear that. Like, I like that.
Yeah, so like I don't like I tend to do backpacks these days because I go to the office and all that. But by and large, I'm not a backpack kind of guy usually. But yeah, this actually really was cool. So there you go. Maybe you can
I love
see
it,
a
man.
better now. Hold on, let me turn that off.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Now you can see
That's
it.
awesome.
So there you go. So some switches I've done.
Mortal
that people can
Kombat.
see.
Nice.
Nice.
I had this going
Of course,
for a little
circle.
while.
Okay.
The logo.
You know,
yeah.
And yeah, so I was walking around with this.
I love that, dude. Oh, that's so cool.
So this is the one. This is the
It's
one I had on.
PC screens. It's exactly
That's
like those
Astrobot,
PC
wasn't it?
screens.
Oh, sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, that was Astrobot.
It's Astrobot.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I had this on here when I was basically in the airport, and everyone's child was following me like I was the Pied Piper. It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
But yes, it was a cool moment. A lot of people got to see it. Oh yeah, and my favorite one.
There you
back
go.
up. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Hang on. All right, let me hit the wrong button. There we go.
Hold
the line. Let's go.
I put that on there. That King David got a kick out of that one. But yes,
that's great.
It was real cool. LED backpack. Look it up on Amazon, or maybe one day I'll sell my own because people keep asking me about it.
There you go.
Let them know you guys are in my DM. King, what will we do? We will hold the line.
Exactly.
Oh goodness. Let's stop sharing that. There we go. Get everybody back full screen. Yeah, dude. Oh man, so exciting. So exciting.
We had a great time, man.
It sounds like it, and I love that the guys sharing pictures and stories, and it's almost like we were there, and it didn't hurt the fact that it was the best showcase. It's probably known to man.
Yeah.
With that is the background for it. It's like, yeah, good times, really good times. There's some things around here. All right, cool. So yeah, guys. Anything else you all want to cover? I don't want to each up or anything on more time. She was great that you guys jumped on. Anything else that you want to mention or say, or anything else? I don't know, anything else on your mind?
Floor is yours, sir.
Me, okay. I don't know. Like the things that I'll mention are the cadence of this is probably going to continue. I put a video together about that. They have like 5+ games that are just live games that you're going to get those updates, right? We got those updates here. Sea of Thieves, Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, Diablo, etc. Right? You get those updates plus DLC like Shattered Space. You're going to have those kind of updates every year. And then on top of that, you're going to have 4 or 5 games that they're going to talk about for this year, and then 4 or 5 for the next year. And then the surprises. And then there's always Call of Duty. So 15 to 20 games is going to be the norm. They had 17 this time, 15 to 20. This is first party, and then they have all the third party stuff. So their showcases are always going to be somewhat at this level going forward, right? To just keep that in mind, right? And so we've been waiting for that. Like, hey, you bought the studios. The output takes time. I've been saying this for a while. Like, it's going to take time. Just let them cook, right? And now here it is. Here's the output, right? Now you're starting to see it. And this is their roadmap. They're going to have 4 or 5 plus. There's like 7 or 8 games this year, first party, that they're going to keep putting out, right? And they have all these third party deals. They just did another one with the former Rocksteady folks, right? They just have all these freaking games in the works, and so much so that they had to cut back. So we talked to them about like what went into the showcase, and they said, hey, look, there was a lot that they had to cut out. They just don't have the time, right? Because that could have been probably double. It could have been double that.
Yeah,
they don't have the time, and they're like, okay, so we have to cut things out. So you should expect to see some of those go to other showcases or be held for next year. And that's kind of the way they are now. Just they now have stuff in their pocket that they can put out when they actually have a time slot, right? That's where they are now, right? So that we were just talking about, should we have a rumor that should Gears come out next year, and I'm saying don't bother, right? Because you've already said Doom, Fable, and South of Midnight, possibly Clockwork.
Yep.
That's your 4 games plus COD. And at this point, you just release those before COD comes out and say COD's our fall game. And you don't have to go crazy. Now, you could say Fable could fit in that time frame because it's kind of a very different genre. Fair enough. But I would not put Gears next to COD. Why? Why cannibalize Gears at all? You don't need to, right? You have it's your game. You say, you know what? Our fall is COD. We're going to put a game that has nothing to do with it, just like they did with Halo and Forza, and say, hey, these are very different genres. We'll put them in close to each other. I mean, that's going to be the calculus now, right? Because, hey, they own the fall now. They own it, period. They own it. COD is the fall, right? It is.
Yep.
And so they have that already. And now you can put another game that has nothing to do with that genre, but I would never touch a shooter in that area. Just why? Why do it? You don't have to. So put that out the year. You already have Doom. That's already a shooter. That's going to be coming out, right? So put that in the spring. You got Clockwork and you got South of Midnight. And put, you might have another surprise or two. They still have Contraband and Towerborn, and God only knows how many others.
Right. I mean, and like Hargeet, to your point, just on Game Pass alone for next year, we know we got Expedition 33, which a lot of us have been talking about tonight. You got Wu Chang Fallen
33
Feathers.
Immortals to still talk about.
33 Immortals
this year, right?
You got 33 Immortals coming out this year. You got like Mixtape. You got Atom Fall. Like so, there's a lot.
So much. There's so much. And you put Fable at the the fall time for maybe beginning of fall, and then you end your fall with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Next spring you can put out Gears. I don't want them to have this long stance of no game. So I would just push it out. I don't need it in 2025. I'd love to play it, but it's you've already slated Doom in.
I kind of agree with Hargeet on this too. Yeah.
I just don't see the point.
I love that you brought that up because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I think Gears is 2026, like Q1 maybe.
Yeah.
Like we've got to what they have to do is they have to hit each quarter. Like they have to, and now they have the cadence to do that. So just like someone was making fun of us holding back Gears, but I'm kind of with Hargeet on this. Like let it cook. Like who cares?
Yeah.
Like we got too many games. Look, maybe the other side that's a problem, but on this side we got a problem of too many games. Game Pass is killing us sometimes. Like my back catalog, Hargeet knows. Like every time the games are about to leave the service, I know exactly what Hargeet's going to be playing because he's trying to squeeze in all those games he didn't get to play. Like the last couple weeks, I see him do it all the time. So we eating good over here. So I'm kind of with you on that, Hargeet. Like let them cook. Release that 2026 shit.
Hey, read what G-Mac put up there real quick.
J-Mac says, did anybody see the top 20 wish list? Yeah, I saw the updated wish list. Very different than the one I saw a couple days ago. Just saying. It's weird. It's weird what happens with wish lists when you put it out right away. When one show just happened and the other game showed 12 days before that, the wish list is going to be a little skewed. But it's a wish list. You know what I mean? I don't really care about wish lists. But
so what is the new wish list?
Well, a lot. It was just Xbox games up and down from top to bottom.
I'm sorry, Jordan, I had to silence you because you were being stupid. Sorry.
A skewed version of it where the top game was it Astro, I want to say.
Yeah. So Astro was number one, and it looks like from what I saw, I don't even know if this list is real because I didn't give it too much credence because I don't care about wish lists, but it looks like it got pushed out of there. I don't even know where the hell it is anymore. So I mean a good thing to look at is the trailer counts too. Like the views on these trailers are just insane, and
I haven't looked.
It's incredible how many millions of viewers watched a lot of the trailers from the Xbox showcase. Even Avowed, that a game that I don't think enough people are talking about, was the fourth most viewed trailer from Xbox. So it's crazy out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Call of Duty is still like 54 million views or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty
crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
I think the big thing now is with so many people still left on Xbox One and PS4.
Bingo.
I think this is like the biggest time that for Xbox to show up and have a killer showcase. This might be that extra thing to push those from last gen to next gen. So
yeah, I agree. I agree with Fuzzy. Yeah. It will be interesting to see if any PS4 guys, like we know they don't like to move systems. Nobody does because of your digital playground essentially. But I am curious when you look at the other side and you look at everything that's coming to Game Pass. Like, does that convert you from a PS4 to a Series X or whatever? I don't know. Time will tell. But it's either way. I don't care. We're eating good. So shout out to you, J-Mac.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anybody get that shirt that they were talking about? The
Gears one you're talking about?
The Gears shirt?
Yeah.
Talking about the Gears one? Yeah.
Yeah. There was a custom Gears shirt that I think a few folks were able to grab.
Yeah, that thing looked nice. Yeah, that's the one. Right, looking all metal.
But remember, we were in the room. We were in the room when they announced it. So by the time we even saw any of this, it was all sold out.
Oh man,
they weren't shooting the shirts at you with the cannons. I thought maybe they were.
No, they were not doing that. They weren't doing that.
All right. They're like, you got enough swag, bro. You don't need this shirt. Too.
Yeah, I don't need this. We got enough. That's right. We were fine.
Yeah. No.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Go ahead. No, we don't have to get messy if you don't want to.
No, I was just like, I didn't want to bring it down. I didn't want to bring it down with Crossfire X over here. I already know they said some stupid shit. It's fine.
Oh man, it was so dumb, so dumb. Yeah,
I actually want to know what the spin room is about. Like, what's the spin about? Because I had stars in my eyes on the trip, stars in my eyes on the way back, COVID in my lungs afterwards. I have not been around, so
COVID in my lungs afterwards.
All the spin I have not heard. So how can somebody spin this in a negative direction? I don't know. I haven't heard anybody creative yet.
The good news is that the spin is quite literally the minority, because we saw their own fan base marked the Xbox Showcase as an A, and that's why I keep bringing it up. Their own guys under Keeley marked it as an A. So it goes to show you that the Twitter universe means nothing. It means nothing. It's a speck,
And the ones that are desperate and grasping at straws were saying, "Oh, this is great! I can hardly wait till all these great games from Xbox come to PlayStation."
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's the
You're
funny
gonna
part.
abandon the sinking ship of PlayStation and just come to Xbox, where you're gonna have more fun. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Buzzy.
Well, no, it goes to show how excited they are over Xbox games as opposed to what they've seen from their platform over the past year or so. Like,
what's
that should tell you,
Fuzzy?
like, instead
I
of
can't
being
remember
like,
what's number one over there right now. Wait, what was it in the U.S. and Europe?
Sea
it was a thing. It was a thing.
It's about ship thinking, isn't it?
Not just Sea of Thieves. Not just Sea of Thieves. Not just Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is only on PlayStation 5. On PS4, what is it?
Minecraft.
Yep. Minecraft, baby.
And then Call of Duty is somewhere up there in like the top 3 as well.
Fallout.
So it's like, Fallout's still up there. So it's like at this point, when are they going to ask for PlayStation to do something? Like, I always think of that meme where it's like somebody poking a stick at something dead on the floor. It's like, do something.
I think some have.
Hey,
You're
I will
to see some
say,
of their media start saying it.
Shout out to the great BitCloud Gaming. He put out an awesome video.
I love BitCloud.
It was like, see, you guys have been too busy in them streets poking people with sticks, as it were. And look what's happening to you now. He put out a real, I would call it the come to Jesus video. He put out a very good one. He did. He put out a good one,
He's a real one. I like BitCloud for sure. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
He is. He's been on there a couple of times, and always welcome. Like I said, this. Obviously, if you can be a fan of, I own an Xbox, I own a PlayStation, I own a Switch, I own a PC. And it's just, I like gaming. Period. I'm a gamer. Not as much as I used to be, but I definitely still enjoy gaming. I love talking about it. I love this community. It's great. A lot of great fun. But to be so hardcore for the fact of, like Alex will say, why are you defending a corporation that doesn't give a fuck about you? And they don't. They're just about the money. And that's the bottom line. Even Microsoft, they do have a better public face, but when it comes down to it, that's why Satya is there, is because it is about the money. And if they're not making money, they're losing money. And if they're losing money, they're going to do something to change that. And that's just the way life is for any corporation, for any team that gets closed down. And unfortunately, it's a part of life. But for people that are like coming down on Microsoft for studio closings, things like that, even IG closed down some studios when they just did their personal acquisition here recently of buying up some other publishers and some other websites, and they also let people go, but they don't report on that because it's in house. And
how funny would that be if they self-reported themselves? Like, we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that meta happening.
No, sucks. We do. Wait a minute.
We do.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like us at all. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Okay, that reminds
me of another South Park episode.
Oh no.
But they're trying to lose it like baseball. They're like,
no, how terrible.
Keep playing.
That's just awful. How terrible. Oh no.
Exactly. Of course, we were talking about Jennifer Lopez earlier. My favorite episode of South Park.
Go watch that movie, by the way.
Yes. I am.
Ben. Sorry. Anyway. Bryce, like, what the hell is he talking about? South Park, baby. Watch it, live it,
South Park's so good.
lifestyle. Alrighty then. So, wow, guys, I guess we've been going pretty strong here, and probably over 515 people watching us either on YouTube or on X. And thank you all so much for being here tonight. Shout out to everybody in the chat that joined us and hanging out with us. And we will be next week as well. Got another big show coming up next week, and we're going to go around the horn. We are going to start in the corner there with Mr. Fuzzy Belvedere. Fuzzy, please tell everybody what shows you're on, where they can find you, and all that kind of good stuff, and where they can reach out to you on social media.
Just want to start off by thanking you for having me on. Awesome being on here with you guys. Love hearing you guys' takes on things. Love being on shows with Hargeet and Asante. Always love your takes as well, guys. Love interacting with everybody in the chat. A lot of familiar faces. Thank you guys for sticking with us, interacting with us, and just hanging out with us for these couple hours and stuff. But for those that want to hear my rambles and rants on anything gaming related, just follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Fuzzy_Belvedere. You can also find me on Xbox Lunch Break Special on Monday at 12 noon on Double Barrel Gaming with Mr. Boomstick. Usually Crispy Bomb, sometimes Silent Cypher, Cork and Scene, and sometimes Game Pass Dad. And then later on that evening, you can find me on FSP on Fun Speculations channel at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Mav and the family. And then same thing on Fridays, 10 a.m. Breakfast with Boom on Double Barrel Gaming. And then Xbox Ultimate at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fun Speculations channel. And then on Sunday, sometimes you can find me and 3-Bit on Pixelated Echoes. New show, just giving our thoughts on games. Check us out. Usually after you watch the Gamers Council, just check us out afterwards. And greatly appreciate you guys having me on. Thanks again.
Anytime, brother.
No worries. And also, just I did put his. It's in the description below. Everybody's information, even Hargeet is on there, as well as how to get to his where you can order his book, which is available as well. And of course, Kay and Fuzzy are also on there. But in the chat, I put in Fuzzy's YouTube channel, which we need to get. Fuzzy needs more subscribers over there, so please go subscribe to this man. He puts out some fantastic content, and if you're talking racing games, you don't need to go any further than Fuzzy Belvedere, because that man is the king of racers. Period. Just saying.
He unlocked 800 cars. I mean, goddamn! I didn't even know there was 800 cars in the game. Yeah,
there you go.
This is your guy when it comes to racing.
Exactly. So thank you, Fuzzy, so much for being here, and hopefully we'll have you back on again whenever you don't have a show to go to next. we'll keep feeling those out. That's why we do this. And of course, the man in the middle right now, like I said, literally the fifth Beatle to our show here. Because he has been here and he's helped us and he's guided us, and he's been a big instrument in our show being as successful as it is, and I will give him credit 100%. Kay Asante, dude, thank you so much for everything you do for the community, the great shows that you put on, and the great shows you're a part of. And please tell everybody where they can reach out and find you, sir.
Well, first and foremost, I must once again say thank you. Always great to chat with you guys. It's not a show. It's just a bunch of brothers sitting down, having a conversation, chatting games, being excited about what we saw. I hope we get to just be excited more. And as I said, I want to talk to the community about more local community things. Catch me on the Twitters and in the DMs. By the way, a quick aside, my DMs were closed for some reason. I think my Twitter reset the permissioning or something, and all of a sudden I had to go make it open again. So it is once again open. Okay. Please, you have questions, let's talk, let's chat. I'm always open for it. I'm really galvanized by this idea of doing something for the community in a local way. Bringing content creators together, going to do meetups, do these type of things. So yeah, man, hit me up. Asante, TKO Asante, as you see right there on the list there, on Twitter, on Xbox, on all the places we communicate. And of course, always a pleasure to be on your air. And if I'm not here, I'm in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. You put on a great show every time, and you're close to 3K. I hope you hit that before the end of the year. so well deserved. You guys put on an awesome show. So thank you so much for having me once again.
Well, thank you so
Kay.
much for being here, buddy. We really appreciate that. Yes, the links for Kay, his Twitter and the YouTube are there as well, and also getting the host of the Gaming Circle podcast, and then Fuzzy Belvedere is also the co-host of Pixelated Echoes, and then of course we have the one and only Hargeet Chani, the co-host of Gamers Talk Live. And in the description, we also have your link. You can click on that to get the your hardback or your the paperback version. Either way, whether you get an autographed version like I did or whatever, and also where we can reach out to you in Discord as well, because he's not on social media, and apparently he doesn't have to be, because it's Hargeet Johnny. Hargeet, buddy, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, also there's my YouTube channel if you want to check it out, youtube.com/HargeetJohnny1. I did record a whole bunch of reactions to all of the trailer announcements that are up on my channel. So when we were sitting there at FanFest, I recorded how people reacted to everything, so you can check that out. My Gears one, I think, is up to like 30-something thousand views, which is pretty crazy for my little channel.
Nice.
Yeah, check that out. And then I've been putting in little videos so you can see some of the analysis stuff that I do. You can I've been putting the videos up to show you how I do all that, whatever, so you can see all that if you want. And I'll be putting in more things, of course. So check that out. And then the next podcast, hopefully, because I usually seem to end up in everything, is on Wednesday at Primetime Gaming with Boom on Double Barrel Gaming. So I will see you guys there.
Excellent. And Hargeet, if you don't mind, pull up your YouTube channel, copy that link and drop it in the chat, and then I'm gonna add it to the list. I've got you down for Rufan's channel, but I didn't have your personal one on there. I want to make sure I put that in there from now on, so that people can easily get a hold of that as well, if you don't mind. But people need to subscribe to Hargeet as well. And then, of course, the show wouldn't be what it is without the hardest working man promoting Game Pass today, and that is RHETRI on Game Pass _daily. Please, RHETRI, tell everybody where they can find you, where they can reach out to you, tell everybody about your great show that's on Saturday nights, and where they can get a hold of you to harass you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can harass me like FarQ does almost on the daily in my DMs. That's Game Pass _daily on the Twitterverse. If you guys want to bug me, that's fine. I do talk to a lot of people, so honestly, don't be shy. Come and say hi. You guys can follow us Game Pass Daily on our YouTube channel. It's definitely growing. The link is there in the description. And our Discord is also growing. We got a lot of people playing games together. That's why we built the Discord in the first place. That has kind of really blown up a lot. We got like 100 new members in the last month. So people are definitely playing together more, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. And of course, you guys know the Aim Down Sights podcast with me, myself, Red Dead Panda, and Next Gen Nero. That's every Saturday night at 7 p.m. We just had an episode with King David last night. That was a lot of fun. So come and check us out. We have a lot more guests coming up that I think you guys are going to enjoy. And we just sit there, and we're here to bring a little bit of positivity back into the gaming, and talk good about the games and the stuff that we enjoy. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that show as well. But thanks for everyone coming out tonight. Chat was on fire as usual. Thank you, Fuzzy, for coming out. Kay, and of course Hargeet, always answering the bat signal anytime we need them. I definitely appreciate you guys. This community, as I said a million times, is really second to none. These guys are the best. And Kay, I really hope either you or someone else in this community can make something happen so we can all meet up without having to fly all the way to LA. But I'm looking forward to whatever that is. And you can definitely DM me if you want to. We can plan some stuff out. I'll definitely
we will work on it, man. We will work on it. I'm putting it out publicly, so I'm held accountable. I'm working.
Yeah,
on it.
That's how you do it. Yeah, that's how it gets done. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming out tonight and hanging out with us, talking more about the Xbox showcase and all the other positive things that are happening for Xbox and Xbox ecosystem gamers. We eating good out here. So, and there's more to come. So
definitely. Most definitely. Thanks again, buddy, for being here. And thanks to everybody in the community. We still have over 466 people watching us, and I do appreciate that. A couple of quick housekeeping things. Just want to say that if you wanted to become a member to this channel to get the perks as far as the emojis that you can use, which I'm getting ready to share them right here, you can do it for just as little as just $1. $1 will get you access to all of the emojis a month, kind of thing. If you decide you want to do that, you don't have to, but it's there. And shout out to anybody that does. I know Kay is a member just strictly for the Ahsoka and the Sarah Bond emojis, because he rolls like that. I look at him, hey, it's what you like, man. It's all good, so good. But I did update that, so in the description below of this episode, and there will also be in the description if you're listening to this later on our audio version, which is it's everywhere. It's on iTunes, Spotify. iHeartRadio. So the show is everywhere on audio. If you want to check it out, the RSS feed is there, and then the descriptions, everything will be below. But Hargeet, I did add your link to that. Thank you so much for throwing that in there as well, and thanks again for everybody that's joined us here on the Gamers Council.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Game over.